Was it locked last night?
Wait up. That's how dead this thing is.
All right, so here we go.
See if I have a wireless headset that works. This one.
Got into a computer or something. Hey, bro. What's up? No, we don't. No. Yeah. Do we buy old mods? I'm just waiting for this to kick in, but obviously it's not going to. What is this computer doing? We are live, by the way. I just got to get the show up. Oh, boy. You know. I hope I don't have to redo the key, which it looks like I'm going to have
to. Why? What happened?
It's not going live on YouTube. It's just fucking busting my balls now.
Oh, great.
That's all it's doing.
This is the worst part.
All right. Well, yeah, I got it. I found it. Ooh, this crow. I hate this. They're going to make it easier.
Yeah, they do. They definitely don't make it easy, that's for sure. Oops.
All right. What's up, Mitch? James? Hamping and snapping.
Okay, that might work a little bit better for now.
Well, nobody can see you.
I'm almost there. Gotta pack all this crap in the car. Equipment and shit.
All right. I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you until you're ready. All right.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and mute me.
All right.
Yep.
It's a mute. Bing bong. Who came in? All right. Am I not seeing somebody that came in? No. All right, bing bong. Anyways. Late start, everything all fucked up. So still rocking some Mitch Green coils. Still rocking on Mitch Green coils. It helps if I tighten up the button, right? Epic fail. Yeah, I got the Zoom and YouTube thing figured out, yeah. This morning it wasn't working like it should, though. What the fuck? That's right. Oh. I hate that thing. Helps if I have a battery in it, doesn't it? Fucking trying to hit a Mac and there ain't no battery. Fuck. What's up, Tom? Yep, I can have more than one guest now.
Why do you have this up? You don't buy the phone use it.
All right, now I'll show off the Mitch Green coils. I think I gotta put some new cotton in there, but look at that. Look at that. Yep, got the Randall situation figured out. I don't know. I don't know. So, I don't know if you guys know, we have a praying mantis that lives in my store. He was inside one of the display cases. I don't know where the fuck he went. Not that I'm worried. I'm not scared of him. I just don't want to step on him. When we do, when I move into the new store, I want to try to do a live show via drone. I think she's back.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, because it's hooked up to the car.
It's pickles, lovely green, smooth pickle. It's Brian Nichols, Mr. Pickles.
Mr. Pickles.
It's Rising Phoenix. Yo! What's happening? If somebody reads that wrong, that gets a little racial.
Yeah, really, right?
What's happening, John?
For the easily triggered.
James Riviera said, "Good morning to you."
Good morning.
Good morning, America. How are you?
Right?
That whole thing, I don't know. I was watching that on last night with the Randall thing, and I was like, what the fuck? They kept pleading his case, and then next thing you know, everything's wrong, nothing can be happening to it. They can't take no action against him. Then he turns, well, what would you do that for? Yeah, at first he's like, fucking, I'm sorry, I take full responsibility, blah, 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 blah. Then finds out that nothing can happen to him, and he's like, well, why would you do that then?
Right. You just sank your battleship.
No apology anymore.
Watch how quick that shit changed.
It's from Cheech and Chong. What Cheech?
What's happening? Mexican Americans, they like education, so they go to night school and take Spanish and get beat.
Just sit down.
Mexican Americans.
Anything to do until you gotta go take the kids. If you want to go home, you can do that. Once again, I gotta get this off my plate. Yeah, give me that.
Yeah, I gotta fix this because nobody can see me right. You can see like half my head. Just kidding. That's not cool. Let's see. There we go. Maybe if I put it over here. Of course, I got a green light.
All right. You know, that fucking asshole Josh. That's if I'm going live or what? And I'm like, yeah, so is he in here? No.
No. Of course not. I wish there was a way to like block my phone so nobody could call me while I'm driving. Here, let me see this.
All right, so I got that stupid flavor band. I only have 10 people watching. I can't wait to get my other channel back. Really, I can't.
How do I get this to black the screen so it'll fucking charge up faster?
All I do is I just lock it. 1 second, my register's fucking up. Oh. Oh. Fuck out of these people. Oh, I didn't invite, what do you call it? He cried because I didn't invite him.
Give me a brush. I'll do your hair really quick.
I'm live, so just go sit down. Don't worry about it. I'd rather you rest your leg than worry about that. I'm gonna go. All right. What's up? What's up, Bill Hubbard? Joseph. Several. Looks like Deaver's got some audio issues. Is everybody up to this fine, fucked up morning? I'm as good can get for me right now. So I see that you're now blocked, Sarah. See? See how that works. Well, Josh seems to be online, so that's not what I wanted. That's what I want. You fucking asked me if I'm going live. I'm live. Are you here? No. Fucking dickhead. It's Billy Dub. How much of that juice I gave it did you like? Billy. See, I take care of my peeps. The overall production of America dropped 24% since the launch of another shit show. Yeah, man. Don't worry about it. Shit. I didn't put anything in it. I just tried them, put them in the box, and that was it. So they're all safe. They're all good. I just can't give them to customers, you know. Well, if I had my regular channel back, I'd have a lot more people fucking watching. I'm turning off this fucking screen sharing it. That way nothing happens ever again like that. If you don't like any of that, just give it away to somebody else, Bill. That's all. Give it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Fucking day is a slow fucking day. I must have gotten back at every slow trailer truck that there was. Some construction trailer trucks. That fucking, oh, man. I leave the house. Someone wants to talk to me. So I don't want to be, that rude and brush them off, but I did. Trade association. A what?
A trade association.
No. Just that one. Fucking Brian, don't be a fuck. Now we're strong arming people. Post my channel everywhere. Everywhere. Maybe if you guys in chat say Josh's name 3 times, he'll show up. I like this mech, but it's slippery as fuck. I like this one, John, but it's slippery as fuck. Shane Smith, say this shit isn't free, people. Where is trucking? Hashtag Josh. I said say his name 3 times, it'll probably show up. Sandblaster. Yeah. All right, I'll go home and take out my portable sandblaster. Do I look like I own a sandblaster? I'll think of something to rough it up. Good morning, Shane Smith. Yes. Well, guess what? No sandblaster. like the design of it, though. I didn't see. Oh, got the Diva instead of Josh.
It just leaves water all down.
I had no idea the amount of damage that water could do.
Without being pregnant, the in-laws coming.
Holy shit! How far back in the show are you watching?
Hold on, I can't hear you, Raven. I can't hear.
They were on it. They took care of everything. It was having insurance is something everyone.
You were just saying that I look like a kind of guy who was a sandblaster. Yeah, that's all I own now. Just a sandblaster.
There we go. Now
I'll
we're
think of
putting
something.
gas here.
I wonder if I put etching on here, if it would etch.
Oh, yeah. It's me. I gotta quit smoking. Now you have to hold you back. Yeah. The radiation from my cancer.
Gotta go to work. See you later, Joseph.
I never showed which.
He complains that no one can see him, but he only hangs around for a couple of seconds.
Right?
15 people watching, 6 thumbs up. Let's go with the thumbs up. Thumbs up. Post my shit. I'm not in this room because that's like preaching to the choir. Take my links, post it everywhere. Every fucking way.
Right? Mass post it.
Even hit it, even do it on Twitter.
Right?
Put it in Pornhub.
Spam the shit out of it.
Right. Spam, 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 spam. Raven, spam, spam, spam.
Bet you people in the other cars are like, that bitch is nutty.
Well,
Tell that guy to pick up his feet when he walks. That's the hairdresser next door. She found out that she needs a pacemaker. Yeah, Brian, do it in MySpace too. I should go to MySpace and start. Can you still do shit like in
yeah.
I should do a MySpace.
Dude, I can get into my MySpace still.
I didn't even know MySpace was still around.
Yeah, MySpace is still around. That was the start of it all.
It's now it's like all about music and like a lot of indie music and stuff is on there. But I mean, you could reach an audience on MySpace. It's another place to tap into a market.
Maybe I should do a MySpace account.
Yeah.
I used to have one a long time ago.
I still have my original MySpace account. Believe it or not. I don't remember how the hell I remembered the password though, but I got into it.
Someone should come up with like a different kind of YouTube, like VapeTube.
Well, they have this other app that's kind of like YouTube. It's called YouNow. It's a platform that Kim uses.
Crazy how poppy MySpace was. AD as it's supposed to mean. I forget. Well, yeah, dead. Oh, yeah. Well, let's get it back hopping.
Right?
We should all do accounts on MySpace.
Yeah, I still got mine. Which is good because those are where all my fat pictures are stored.
It's like Groundhog Day. Wake up, drink coffee, turn on ASS, and screen business calls. It's pathetic. Hashtag shitter. That's right. Hashtag shitter. Pickles is a secret closet hashtag shitter.
Ah,
There are some closet hashtag shitters out there. They just don't want to come out. You know.
they don't want to hashtag admit it.
Yeah. I know. I have some fucking etching paste. I wonder if this would etch.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
I like the pattern on it though. You know.
Yeah.
Josh just sent me a thumbs up. Motherfucker.
Nice.
He's fucking acting weird lately.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with them.
Oh, we'll find out now. He sent me a voice. Oh, here he is. Oh, fucking time. Damn.
Fucking wine box.
Good morning.
What happened? Oh, box. Shrimp box. Downloading audio. How long was this? Holy shit.
What are you doing?
Jesus Christ.
Give you a fucking minute. You fucking messaged me. Oh. So I said, fuck it. Normally I don't smoke when I'm at work. My head was still hurting this morning. And I said, fuck it. And I got high. Got to. I got to go paint the red in that store. You both talking at the same time. Now nobody's talking. That was good.
I said, you're paying the fucking rent and you ain't even in there yet.
Happens.
What kind of shit is that?
Well, you know, we got to make it, you know, we're going to make a deal, Raven. I'll just sandblast one for you. Great Chinese chrome. Now, why can't I already got this one here. I don't want you to give me anything else. I'll just etch this. I have etching paste. I'll just put the etching paste on it and see if that does anything. That's all. I'm mean or what?
Nice.
What the hell Shane talking about pooping MySpace?
They're
Shame.
talking about closet shitters and the need to make my space awesome again.
Yeah. This closet hashtag shit is out there, and we're gonna go to MySpace and reamp it and re-up it. Put more people on it.
Yeah.
Dominate that shit.
That's right. Stop posting over there too.
When you gonna fucking got a goddamn fucking shit show Facebook group?
I will. I haven't seen my daughter. But when I do see her, if I remember, I will tell her. Hashtag shit. Oh, man.
It happens.
It's not that bad. So, what are you going to do about Randall?
Ain't nothing to do about Randall. It's already been taken care of.
All right.
He's already out of the group.
Oh, you booted him?
Yep. And I found out that Mr. O'Randall lives in Mississippi and works in Beaumont, too. I've gotten a lot of information about Randall.
No. Why do we need information about Randall? He smashed this. No, hashtag Hashtag shitters, not that kind of closet shitters. Jay Smith said he hasn't taken his shit in the closet since he was 4.
That's not what he told me. He told me he did just the other day.
Whoa. Just trying to keep up with chat. It's pretty easy. Not that many people in chat have a thumbs up. So there's 10 people that don't have thumbs up. 11 people. Somebody just joined. It's the Mario. It's the Mario. It's still morning. It's still morning here, but we'll take the afternoon Mario. Do 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 do. Oh man.
Davey's over here looking all gangster, wearing all that black, like she's getting ready to go roll up on somebody.
Yeah.
This is what I look like when I'm actually dressed and awake.
Kimmy hasn't been on that show in years. That was calculated. All right. What show? Randall's story was some BS. Some friend my ass.
I'm still laying in bed and it feels great.
All right. That's good. You lay in bed.
Oh, I am.
Fucking Mitch Green, he goes, Raven said thumbs up, assholes, not thumbs down. Yeah, and it is. It's 3:47 p.m. here. It is 10:48 p.m. here. I mean, a.m. here.
So why you been showing up late these past few days?
Fucking life. What the fuck? Josh's package finally has been delivered. Hey, your package is delivered.
Whose package?
Your package.
Package for what?
From Bill Hubbard.
No.
What a dickhead. Fuck.
You're a dickhead, you fucking
Your foreskin over your fucking eyeballs and take a nap.
If I was shopping in your fucking store, I'd be like, you're a fucking bitch ass fucking homo because you don't know how to open your fucking shit on time.
Well, you know, shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
Can't live the perfect life.
Some people think they are.
Mario says Josh is in stealth mode again.
Damn right.
Ain't telling him that. You don't have to fucking know.
Oh my god. Fucking come on.
Fucking all the way here, man. I've never seen so much construction. I was like, they got cramming for construction.
You ever have a day where you go and you drive and you don't have anything to complain about? Just saying.
No, never.
Never?
I have social anxiety. I'll always have something to complain about. Something will always bother me. Sorry, it's the nature of the beast. Do you ever have a day that you don't have anything to complain about, that nobody cuts you off or pisses you off driving down the road?
Nope.
Dude, I hate driving out
Part
here.
of my job, thank you.
People out here in Alabama drive like assholes.
I deal with all day, every day, all day long. You fucking drive to a fucking building and sit in a building for 8 hours, so you ain't dealing with traffic all day.
8? Where the fuck you been? 8 hours. Longer than 8 hours.
What time do you open and what time do you close, dickhead?
91 hours a week.
91, yeah, 91 hours a week. So how do you figure that, dickhead?
I'm talking about per day. I ain't talking about a fucking week, cocksucker.
All right, well, let's see. I open at 10 and I close at 9. 11 hours a day, dickhead.
Minus the hour you showed up late today, cocksucker.
I wasn't an hour late. I was an hour late today. It's fucking 10:50 and the show's been on for over half an hour. So what does that fucking tell you?
You're still late, you cocksucker.
He just doesn't like to lose.
I ain't fucking losing. I'm fucking right. I'm the one that was on time. You're the one that was fucking late.
You're not on time. You're still laying in bed.
I asked you before 10 o'clock. You going live? You said yeah, but I'm gonna be
And
late.
I said, yeah, that's right. And then circumstances came up and I couldn't fucking get here on time. Sorry.
Yeah, you just wanted to eat that goddamn colossal fucking.
Sorry, I
donut.
don't live a fucking perfect life like you do. That my job is under my ass 24/7.
You just wanted to sit there and eat your goddamn cocksucking donut in private instead of doing it online.
You know, I don't have it. I don't have it done. I wish I did though.
Go buy one.
Oh, what?
I was fucking sick in the bathroom this morning. That's why he's late.
Did you hear that? I tried not to say that to put my wife's business out there, but when she just yelled at you, she was sick in the bathroom this morning. That's why I'm late. Okay.
Oh, I thought you said you were sick in the bathroom.
No, she was sick in the bathroom. She said, "I wish it was me."
Ah!
Like that. All right, yeah. Mail it. Pay for the bill.
If I had to wake up and look at Raven every day, I'd be sick in the bathroom too.
Today, this is brought to you by Dam's Club Soda.
Clone ass soda.
Huh?
Clone ass soda.
It's all right.
Just when the fuck do you drink coffee at night and soda in the morning now?
I drink coffee all the time.
Where the fuck's your coffee at now?
I had 2 cups already, and when I leave here in 45 minutes or whatever, no, actually she's got something to do at 12, so I will go get myself another cup of coffee. I got to pay the rest of that Red Stripe. It was badass.
So I guess your ass will be back here at fucking noon then.
No, I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm going to wait till she comes back.
Oh, so you're not going to the other store till noon?
Until when she comes back, I am.
Oh.
I have to figure out a way to put a train set so it goes around the store.
That'd be awesome.
That's what I'm gonna
You
do.
gotta put a train center. You gotta do something involving dragons, not a train.
There's a train that's because it's called Dragon. It's got a dragon on it or something. The railroad tracks are right there. I got to go with the theme. You know what I mean? It's a theme. You know, Christ, dragons. Fucking Home Depot.
Dragging up your ass, and that'll be a theme.
This week, listen, Home Depot has one of those Halloween dragons, right? All it does is light up, and it's red, and it looks exactly like the dragon from the store. I was like, wow, I wish if I could sue them for a copy of that.
I would. That way you can get some of that hashtag free money.
Hey, I was eating those pretzels. You ever have the hot wing pretzels there? What's this? Knifers, something. Snyders, yeah. I'm eating one last night. Yeah, I'm eating one last night, and I fucking punched my son something that was really hot. Like, what the fuck? I look and I broke my tooth.
Ooh.
And I was so fucking high on fucking pain pills and shit. I didn't even know. Yeah, I was like, damn, broke my tooth, son of a bitch.
Damn.
Now I gotta fucking make a dentist appointment to get the roots taken out. Oh.
It's falling apart.
I know. I mean, yoga 6 terrible that my husband runs it. I'm just kind of
American Express is here.
Are they there to give you money?
I hope so. Someone's got to give me money.
The fuck's going on in chat?
Nothing. Okay, let's see, baby.
Cocksuckers to wake the hell up.
Says, fuck Randall. A dude were to do that shit to my daughter, I'd be looking at 25 to life. Motherfucker, plain truth or dare. What the fuck is the sixth grade? Right, Tom. Then Tom says, whack ass excuse that cocksucker used, Bill Hubbard. He doesn't take any dare. I dared him to go on live. Nobody comes on here live. Once they get here, they're all fucking. Then they started, and I do.
What the fuck were you doing on my show last night, you fucking stoner bitch? What the fuck you talking about going on live?
What are you talking about?
You spent most of the damn night with your shit off.
I'm talking about Randall going on. What are you talking about?
Oh, I guess they're not talking about the same thing. Never mind.
No.
He's talking about Randall. Bill Hubbard dared him to go live, and he didn't go live. And I said, no one that does that shit in chat ever goes live with us. Nobody does.
What's his name, dude?
Who?
Fucking Leroy Elroy.
Yeah, but he didn't do anything. He just sat there like a fucking lump. So
Yeah.
that's nothing. Anybody can do that.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about regular panelist people. I was like, what the fuck?
yeah, all of that happened now.
In Raven's defense,
My ears.
he said he talked more than Kimmy. Once Kimmy said the word cops, fucking started backpedaling. Yeah, all politics. But then once she said that she can't do anything, he put it in high gear and went, why would you post something like that anyway? He started going after her. You can watch him shift back and forth.
That's all right. I got something else on Randall because Randall, he decided to do a picture of me, a little meme picture of me. And I noticed the same fucking background as the one that he had of Kimmy. So that's proof right there that Randall didn't fucking get that shit off of a live show. And also, I know where Randall lives now. So guess what, Randall? Better be looking for a knock on the door.
Knock, knock, knocking on Randall's door. Hey, 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 hey.
I know that motherfucker's watching. And, yep. I put two and two together, both photos. The one he made a meme of me, and then the one of Kimmy, and he lied. He lied, straight up fucking lied. Said that was.
There's a scraper right there behind
And
you.
the funny part about it is, if it was from a screen, that was from another show. Why the fuck does he have two same backgrounds of something that he just made not like a week ago, and yet the show that just supposedly came out was done.
Right back. Good.
Yeah. So. Therefore, Randall got caught in a fucking lie.
Yeah.
Which means I'm going to have a field day with Randall. I'm going to be fucking with Randall real hard.
What'd he do?
He took a picture. He took a snapshot of Kimmy. Somebody sent him snapshots of her doing something in the room, and he posted it on my group.
Not cool.
Yep. So little does he know, people know where he lives now, and yeah.
Not hard to find out.
And I seen pictures of his goofy ass too. He looked like a smacked ass. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Some people are creepy like that, though, too, you know?
Either way, Randall's gonna be the one exposed, and also the person that sent him the shit's gonna be exposed as well.
Yeah,
Hashtag expose life.
right? That's crazy.
I can't get out of fucking bed today. I'm so comfortable right now.
Yeah, I did not want to make this 2-hour drive, but I
Oh,
gotta,
what?
2 hours. I gotta go to Birmingham.
I thought you said 6 hour drive. Like, where the hell you going?
No, that's tomorrow. I leave for Indiana tomorrow.
What the hell's in Indiana?
I'm going up to MBE.
Oh yeah, I saw a post for that.
So I gotta get up, get back, go here, get my surgery date, get back home, get my shit packed, and be ready to ride out first.
What? You're gonna get your surgery done and then you're gonna pack right away?
No, I'm gonna have him schedule the surgery. I'm not gonna let him schedule. I'm not gonna let him take me today. No way.
No.
Screw that. I don't care even if he wants to. Like, no, I need to be prepared for that shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh well.
Get to Indiana.
Oh, this cocksucker did it again. Started a show and then left me fucking here. He does this shit to me all the fucking time.
Yeah.
He's about the poorest excuse of a host for a show I've ever met in my life, let me tell you. Unbelievable. I can't even see chat.
Yeah, I can't either.
Mario! Some people just don't know when to stop. That's true. Joseph said, yeah, it wasn't cool at all. And Mario said, damn, I saw that. Yeah, it was.
People just don't know when to stop.
I mean, it's just like Raven. He's disrespectful too, you know. Like whenever fucking he starts the show, just fucking walks away and leaves everybody to fend for themselves, you know.
You know something? You know something? If I didn't have customers, that'd be a different thing. Then you can bitch. But I have customers.
Raven afraid to say something. Come on, Ravy.
Raven afraid to say what?
Raven, the Raven I know wouldn't be afraid to say shit because there's customers there.
I say whatever the fuck I want to say. The hell's your fucking problem?
Well, why the fuck do you say if you had customers, you would fucking say?
No, if I have customers, I'm going to walk away and take care of my customers. I'm not going to tell them to fuck off.
Why not? You
They
tell
pay
me
my
to
bills.
fuck off.
They pay my bills.
I tell your customers to fuck off.
That's you.
I thought most of your customers tell you to fuck off all the time anyway.
That's you.
So I guess not. What girly ass setup you using now?
Kennedy. I didn't ask my fucking.
What the fuck mod is that?
I don't know. It's one that Phoenix gave me.
Does it say on the fucking button what it is?
No, it's just a play button.
Oh, okay.
No, I saw a Grimace's purple mod, and I said, I'd rock a purple mod, and he had one, so he brought it to me.
There you go.
And this one too. This one hits nice, but this here aluminum here is fucking.
It looks like it's ripped for her pleasure.
Yeah, no, it's not because it's smooth. Believe me. And I turn the condoms inside out because fuck that. I want the pleasure. I'm greedy.
There you go. Oh, that's when you're sticking it in your ass. I get it.
That too.
Yep.
That too.
Oh, did you know what's her name said she's on the move, huh?
What happened?
The nurse is on the move, apparently.
She's on the move?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Got a notification.
Oh. I know. She blocked me, so.
Let's see. 20 motherfuckers watching. We got 14 thumbs up. You cheap ass motherfuckers need to hit that thumbs up button. For fuck's sake.
We got corporate spies. We got some people that can't. I understand that because they're at work with headphones on.
You know, it doesn't matter. You don't need your headphones on or off to tap a fucking like button. That ain't no excuse.
I don't know. I'm looking at this fucking thing about Randall.
Yeah. Oh, man. I think I'm finally done. They're done.
Oh, man. Well, you got to be careful when you post things and how you post them and who you post them and all that shit. You just can't go and.
The clothes store?
Yeah.
Oh.
A lot of fucking trouble.
Is he going to bring my paperwork out? All right.
Right at Josh, he won't let you in. What does Zoe think about Randall? Zoe, the reviewer? It's Bob. I don't know. Way am I saying that name? Cedroscopy. How do you say your name, Bob? Cedroscopy. I don't know.
Yeah. Shut up.
Oh, I keep fucking doing that. I think Zoe is Josh's dog. Read it backwards. Backwards, Bob. Okay.
Who's backwards, Bob?
The one that looks like it says Bob Stubowski. Something like that. It's backwards, Bob.
I guess.
Yes, he was kicked out of the group for posting that, Mario. I think Randall was the very first person that got kicked out of the group.
Yep, that's what he gets to go down in history for.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm saying a lot.
Well, you can't go too far. You can do shit, but you can't go too far.
Yeah.
We'll see if he comes on any of the live shows at night.
Do you like a night stalker?
He'll get trolls.
He does have a weak ass troll game, I'll tell you that. He couldn't even do the meme right, like where it looked good.
Hey, Kimmy should fucking be, happy that a lot of people stuck up for her.
Yeah. That's true.
It says that he's an admin of 3 Facebook groups. And I'm deleting him from all groups. Nice. I I'm working on getting him kicked out of our fourth group squad shit.
There you go.
Tom's computer's going haywire. My friend did me to do to do meth while working today. So how's that meth doing you?
Yeah, right.
He even talking about that ass. No, he ain't worth the time. All right. Well, friends like that, who needs enemies? And friends like us, who needs enemies?
Right. Dude, keep riding my ass. I'll fucking break.
Hashtag.
Ain't nothing like some Oreo cookie vape in the morning.
Who's that kid with the Oreo?
Shit tastes so good, I just want to take a bite out of my fucking RDA.
I'm vaping fucking cherry bombs. They're like bar bombs. Chocolate
Oh, to go with your Coca-Cola so you can have cherry Coke, I guess.
Oh, wait. Before I do that, we got to do this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on, focus. The other day.
Now, why would you do that shit the old-fashioned way when all you got to really do is just this? Like,
I don't have it. You got that. Randall needs to get rid of the foolish vape squad picture he had that
yeah, he's giving people a bad name.
That's right. There it is. Warning: this product contains. This doesn't contain nicotine. The products that I use on the show may contain nicotine. Anyways, here it is. Cherry bombs. Chocolate covered cherries. This is actually my wife. This is yours.
Ain't nothing like an ice cold brew cold coffee from fucking
Sure.
Starbucks in the morning.
No, it's yours though. That would probably take good in that. I joined.
Mitch, it used to be a pick of Fagan. Mario, no, I did not find out why I was sparking. That's still a mystery to me. No, Bill, I'm not back home. I'm in Texas, Bill.
Is the insulator fucking going in the 510?
Do what?
Is it a bad insulator in the where the 510 is? Is it a bad insulator?
No, not that I saw. Looked normal to me. It started sparking when I pulled the cap off.
No.
When I pulled the top cap off is when it sparked, and then I just kept doing it, and it just kept fucking sparking. Because I thought it was like a kid like playing with an ant in a magnifying glass, you know. So I just got like fascinated by it, so I just kept doing it, and you could see it on the video I posted. You could see it sparking and shit.
And it's cherry bombs.
Cherry bombs.
A lame on the flavor.
When did that show up?
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't do it. I didn't start it. Going through my crap. She's addicted. It's a good thing she doesn't use nicotine even under control.
Exactly, no power involved. That shit was like a fire starter thing, like one of them things you'd bring on a campfire with you or something.
Yeah.
You could have used that damn thing to start a fucking fire. Shit was crazy.
That's fucked up.
It's working good now. It's good now, though.
Does it still do it?
No, now that it's wicked up and juiced and all that. No, it don't. Wait, what happened? What do I got here?
Randall used to have.
Oh, we got I don't know if she wants to read this, but I'm gonna read it anyway. This is from Vape for Life Jen. So everybody needs to put their condolences out there for her. About time. We got bad news on my dad yesterday, if not in chat today. Just wanted to let you know why. I'm proud of you and Raven for sticking by Kimmy last night. That sucks. It's hard being chick because if you stick up for yourself, everyone thinks you're being bitchy. If you don't, you're a doormat. There's just more guys in vaping than girls is what it is. I think you guys rock. All kidding aside, have a good day, Josh. I don't have Facebook Messenger anymore either, so if you need me, just send me a message to me. So there you go.
There it is.
There it is.
Leave it to Fagan to make the first survival RDA.
Yeah, a guy that never leaves his fucking house, right? You might have to make a fire in his house someday.
Right.
Like if a bad storm comes by and takes his fucking walls off. Fire starter. That's what it should be called.
That'd be a great name.
Cornbread just subscribed to me. Cornbread.
Yeah, Cornbread's that other fucking troll.
Cornbread. It's okay. I'll take the troll subscriber. It beats buying them.
Oh man. Fucking coffee in this fucking mug. If you ain't got a Ozark mug, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. This shit is from yesterday and it's fucking ice cold still with ice in there.
What's that? It's
I seen it, Shane Smith. I want to fucking go there and see that. I can't wait for Venom to come out.
Train's like,
damn it.
Train's saying because Fagan's a cunt, Mitch.
What up?
Yep.
Not much.
We found out who gave Randall Hayes the pictures.
Oh yeah.
I said,
Are you saying it or are you asking?
I'm asking. Have you?
Not yet, but we have an idea.
What's your idea?
Well, it came from Never Heard of Them show, apparently.
Oh.
But that's what was said, and we're like, that's bullshit because there was another meme made of me posted with the same fucking background, so that's proof right there. It was not off of a live show, so that means that was sent. That those pictures were sent to his ass. But we found out that Randall lives in Mississippi.
It's Vape Russ Vapes.
And we found out where he works, what town he works in. We have a first and last name as well.
I already knew he lived in Mississippi from the Vaporite Nomad days.
Bill Hubbard has a serious question, Josh. Why would you simply suspend Randall rather than boot him permanently?
Oh, he's been booted permanently.
Yeah, somebody who
already did that.
He's booted permanently.
Yeah, he's done. He's gone.
So is his name not really Randall Hayes?
Apparently not.
Shane Smith, yeah, I'm a big coffee drinker and use my clone Yeti cup from Walmart. There
you go. Right here.
Them daily.
I went and got the fancy lid with the slide top and the black, like the hard straws that go in it and shit.
I don't know where it is, but when I used to do a lot of climbing and shit, I bought this coffee mug, and the reason why I bought it was they had it. The advertisement was they froze it in a block of ice, a big block of ice, and for like some time, and then they chipped it, and they opened up the spigot, and hot coffee came out.
The hell?
I was like, fucking A, that's me, dude, because I used to climb cold climates.
Right?
So I was like, I'm fucking there, dude. Yeah, the fucking cup was like $50, something like that. It's fucked up. It's Space age technology. Now that's
she looks bored as fuck in that car, just sitting there like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
She looks like she's waiting for a drug delivery.
Well, see, he spelled it Haze, I think, on this thing, Shane. I don't think it was spelled Hayes. I don't know.
No, it was Hayes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, he did change it for YouTube. Okay.
I remember.
Well, here's the thing: if you're gonna fucking troll and you're gonna post pictures and shit like, why the fuck would you have access to people who are gonna see what the fuck you look like, see your whole family and shit like that? Like, that's stupid. Yep. That's what you call a half-ass wannabe troll right there.
Yeah, but if he was trolling, why did he kept on apologizing? That's a bad troll.
Yeah, I know. Cause he's chicken shit. That's why. All right, everything's known about Randall, so it's gonna be taken care of. He ain't in the clear yet, and whoever gave him that damn picture is gonna be found out too. That shit's gonna be made to light too, so everybody knows not to trust that person.
Oh dear. So how do you know it came from Never Heard of It?
And what's kind of funny is whenever it started going on, Fagin came in chat right away. And it wasn't me. Don't say my name.
Oh, so that probably means he knows who it is.
Oh, probably. There's no probably about it. He does know who it is. He knows exactly who it is. Guilty by association.
What do you call them? The Golden Girls?
Yeah, the Golden Girls. Well, I call Fagin the Hunchback of Trailer Park.
Oh my god.
Name.
Well, look, I ain't getting in this shit because I mean I still have somewhat of a relationship with the guy. Somewhat of a relationship, not much.
Until he reviews that FP RTA, right?
I hope not. I mean, I don't give two fucks about Fagin if he doesn't. Fagin don't give two fucks about trolls, so. But his channel will be trolled. I'm not kidding about that. Any American reviewer that reaches it.
Mario says that he's not a troll. He's plain stupid.
Huh. Yep, guilty dogs bark first is taking the vote. There you go.
It's pretty low. Whoever done it.
Yep.
Oh.
Especially when you know that this ain't nothing against Randall, but just from the way that.
So what are you gonna think? What are you gonna think, Gary, if it turns out to be somebody that you know?
I mean, what do you mean? What am I gonna think?
Yeah, what are you gonna think about that person?
I think it's pretty low, but I've done some pretty low shit in my day too, and I'm not here to judge nobody.
Mm.
Am I gonna cast him out? Am I gonna cast him out? Is that what you're asking?
No, I just asked you what you're gonna think about it. If it's think about the person, if it's somebody you know, that's all.
I mean, it's a low blow, but
I mean, would you still trust a person like that? Like,
what does this have to do with trust?
Well, if they're willing to put out a picture of somebody that you know,
that has nothing to do with if I trust them or not. I mean, I trust them to have low blows, but I mean, you throw some shade to yourself. So I mean, don't judge somebody else when you're doing the same shit.
Yeah, but I make it known I do the same shit. I don't hide it. That's the difference.
But we're not posting pictures of people that, you know.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, it's wrong, but I mean, it's not going to change my opinion of the person.
God damn, that's a loud fucking turn signal. Jesus.
There you go. You feel better?
Yeah, you one of them fuckers that like to forget to turn your damn turn signal off after you fucking turn.
I was still sick.
And I'm behind you, like, are you gonna fucking keep turning, or are you done, or what? Vape, Ross, vape.
Here's the thing about what went down. Anybody who has seen Randall Hayes post or type in chat or anything knows he's not a very intelligent person. So all whoever did send him the image was drop something in his lap, and he was too stupid to realize that this is a dumb decision to fucking post this. I mean, is it wrong that that person sent that picture to him? Yes. But it's not their fault that he posted it. That's the dumbass who posted it.
Right.
Because I can go and tell you, I've had people send me shit that I didn't post because I realized it's probably a good idea to fucking post this.
So those people were basically trying to set you up then.
I mean, you can call it set up, or you can call it dropping a dime in somebody's lap. I mean,
That's right, Vape Ross, right?
I call the person who dropped it in his lap smart because he knew he was too stupid not to post it. So, I mean, that's like me handing Merch something and saying, I bet you won't do it. I know he's going to do it. He's fucking stupid. He's going to do it.
Right.
He learned, and he's not stupid. He probably has something wrong with him, which isn't his fault, but it is what it is. You can call it taking advantage of somebody if you want. I don't feel like he took advantage of him. He just said, hey.
So you're trying to say that he's special?
What?
I don't know him personally, so I can't say that.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I can tell by the way he types, he ain't all there.
Right.
He's a couple pallets of rice I have in a rice field.
Gary is a stable genius and my idol. Oh, man.
I tell you, I ain't no stable genius. I'm just not dumb.
That's right, Fagan. We know your fat ass is in chat. We know, trust me.
It's not as dumb as people put me out to be.
Yes. I mean, she's sober, Gary. It's so easy on the ears.
Gary, thanks for not spreading that picture of me in a furry thong. I hope your eyesight comes back soon. He about made his ass choke.
I feel like fucking Fagan with cataracts after seeing that goddamn picture.
Cataract, the picture like that would probably straighten his cataract out.
Oh boy, I actually just threw up in my mouth a little bit right there. I was hungry, now I'm not. Thanks.
There you go. Well, he's helping you lose weight.
Gary, if you happen to have a picture of him in a furry thong, I urge you to post it.
Oh, man.
Even if I did, I wouldn't post it.
Could you imagine seeing Fagan in a furry ass thong? Ugh.
No.
That makes my stomach hurt. I'm not even lying.
And you can have one of those. He get one of them little Wookiee hats on, you know, at the furry ears and shit.
I turn the first so it's facing me.
Vape Ross Vape says the fat guy thong diet. There you go. Bill says studies show that 80% of the Chinese population have cataracts. The rest have Toyotas. Her Borat swimsuit, Mario says.
So what does Fagin say? He's in chat, so watch what you say.
Yeah, he said, I'm always in chat, you dumbass.
Yeah,
Well, he
I found
knows
out
not to tell
somebody-
me to watch what the fuck I say. Shit. I don't.
I found out that your favorite idol is always in chat this morning too.
Oh, yeah, I know. I know they are.
Which means that they probably all are.
Yeah,
Waiting
I
on
know.
you. They're just waiting on you to blurt out all your information at one time is what they're waiting on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know.
Which is probably gonna happen one day. I just know you way too well. You can't keep a secret that long. You're not that good.
You'd be surprised.
And I pray you don't. But I know one of these days it's gonna happen.
If it does get out, it ain't gonna be getting out by the words coming out of my mouth. That's for sure.
No, I know. You're gonna do the same thing the same person just did to Randall Hayes. You're gonna give somebody some information and they're gonna spew it. Which is this is what I say. This is what I will say about this. Instead of using somebody as your pawn, just come out and fucking say what the fuck you gotta say.
Yeah.
I mean, all you did was use that poor fella, and I mean, I hate it for him that he doesn't have the intellectual power to understand what he did was wrong.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, he is from Mississippi, so it is what it is.
That should be an excuse right there. He's inbred. That's not good. I'm probably gonna get some hate on that one.
Oh.
No, that
Yeah, but you're used to it, so it don't matter.
Sorry.
well, I don't give a fuck.
I can't get into the site because when you click that you're above age, it's down below my screen. The screen won't.
It is what it is. Ain't what it ain't.
True.
Yeah. It ain't what it will be.
Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Banana hammocks for me. Can I have a furry banana hammock, please? I want fur on the inside and the outside. Thank you.
Wow. That's nasty.
Why you so nasty?
And I want a little slit so when I get excited, it pops up through the fur. Thank you. Oh, man.
Pretty much. Wait for these assholes to give me my shit so I can get going. Fagan's like, if you don't want your nude photos ending up on the internet, then maybe you don't get naked on the internet. Simple solution. Yeah, I definitely got to share that to Gary. Let's see if he gets triggered. This was just sent to me, Gary, so I'm sending it to you. Same thing could be said for private information put out in private Zoom rooms, Fagan. If you don't want that information to get out, you don't put that out there in a private Zoom room as well.
That's true.
Why are you sending me fucking shit?
Because I think you'll get a kick out of this one. It was sent to me, so I figured I'd send it to you.
I'm not going to kick out of somebody picking on our president.
Oh, well, that's why I want you to get triggered. If it takes a dickhead to run this country, I guess, well, then that's what it takes. There goes Billy. Fuck Trump. Take it away, Gary.
Is Adam the Pachamama guy?
I think so.
Yes, Bill. Mark does have a point, but at the same time, the other point is if you don't want personal information put out there either, you don't say that personal information in fucking private Zoom rooms either.
Whatever you
It's a
don't
two-way
want,
street.
except whatever you don't want to be out there, don't put it out there.
Exactly. Especially when people have information private that they don't want put out there, they're posting or sending other people pictures to post too.
Yep.
That's how that works.
How's that coffee doing you?
It's empty now, so it ain't doing me shit right now.
You must have did you pretty good though.
Yeah, I think the term private Zoom room is an oxymoron. It is true, Bill.
It's only
But
private.
some people have this thing of, you know, what happens in Zoom stays in Zoom, which is fine. But when you start giving out pictures of other people from a private Zoom room, then well, that doesn't become private no more. So
Hi, Adam's not available.
what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So
I'm just looking for any new flavors you might have and like that. Good sense and sense about Reconnect, please. Yeah.
all I could say to that, Tom, is probably guilty by association. I don't know.
No, you know what? Because
I can tell you this.
husband won't even test that. So that we
Ain't nobody that was in our Zoom room
Pachamama also.
say they ain't ever take no screenshots, because I know 4A.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure everybody in fucking Zoom got screenshots of everything. Trust me. Some people actually have recordings of shit that went down in Zoom room.
So we're just,
Oh, I know.
you know, getting our ducks in a row and get ready for this move, because once we make an order, it's going to be a big order. So,
And I know who they are, too.
Mm-hmm.
We won't say any names, but
Nope. Don't need to say any names. Those people know. Well, it's no secret, Fagan, that you get pictures sent to you on a daily, so that's definitely not a secret. No, and nobody's accusing of Fagan going that low either, Bill.
I know about that.
Yet, anyways.
I mean, there could have been a number of people that had that picture.
Mm-hmm.
A number. I mean, I'm talking. There could be up to 30 people that could possibly have had that picture.
Put it in your bum.
Tom, Billy, you realize what show you're watching, correct? No,
Right.
Tom, no idea.
yeah, we don't have either of those. That way, once we're over there, you know, make an order, it's going to be big. Our shelves back up, you know.
Did anybody see that video that what's his name put out yesterday? Grim Green. I guess he had to put out an apology video.
Did he really?
For what?
Yeah, he did it while ST was live. He went out and did like an apology video because he tried to make a funny with Mike's recurve squonker, and I guess he got a lot of hate for it.
Well, he tried to say he came up with the idea of the white LED light.
I'm not positive, but you'll be able to see that. So if you got it, don't bother. But anything that he hasn't gotten yet, send out to him so we can get this done.
Yeah, nobody ever said that Zoom was like Vegas, where everything stays in Vegas. So.
Right.
I appreciate it.
That's right, Vaporized Vape ST wasn't happy.
Well, that's not true. When the Fagan Lounge first was created, that was kind of a rule. What happens in there stayed in there, but things behind closed doors came out over time.
Yeah, it always does, though.
Well, Bill, I don't think I own a time slot. I mean, you're going to have to ask the other reviewers that. Like, I don't give a fuck if I had 1 million subs. I don't think that, any reviewer owns a time slot. It's just you go fucking live when you go live, and people watch who they want to fucking watch. It's that simple. Shane brought up the... What's what, Gary?
What's in the dark must come to light eventually.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's not that it must, it just always does, period.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what that means.
Hot Sig actually had the first light behind the bottle, says Shane. You talking about that RSQ, I guess, the Squonker?
So,
I mean, a light thing was a good idea. I just wish, like, whenever you hit the fucking button, it came on all the time. That way you could actually see your little juice level, but it is what it is. There you go. It's not about a time spot. It's more about stepping on other shows when you go live.
Well, that's why Josh waits till fucking 2 o'clock in the morning to do a live show.
Well, if I go live, like usually when not another vape show is, I know it's over by 11, so I usually go live after that. Or like Mondays, Brian used to have his show, but he don't have nothing. So Mondays I'll try to do it, and then Saturday nothing goes on either, or at least the shows that I know of.
Yeah, what happened to him DIY with Frisch?
I guess he got into making products, so that took precedence over that, and I don't know. I guess he felt like he was done with it or something. I don't know. Fagan. Fagan's like a deformed, ugly ass troll. Well, yeah, I mean, Grim is coolest because, like you said, he doesn't watch other reviews. He doesn't watch other shows. He's too busy with other shit that he don't. Those guys, it is what it is. Like, and he even said, like, when he went live, that was like his third fucking live YouTube show since he's been fucking doing YouTube over 10 years. So, I mean, that's why I think he does a podcast, but he streams it live from YouTube, but I don't know if that would count. I guess it would count. No, I think Fagan just trolls himself when he goes into chats. He trolls on himself when he goes into chats. I don't have an issue with ST, but he's not exactly Mike Vape status. Does he think Grim checks to make sure ST isn't on live? Please. Yeah, Mark, you're a troll. I thought that was your sparkling personality.
Look, when it comes down to it, not all reviewers in this vape industry, vape community on YouTube know about other reviewers too. So if
Nope.
they're going to make a live show, they're not going to check, you know, to see if everybody's going live. You know what I mean? With all the other reviewers, they have their own audience, their own criteria. If they overlap somebody else, they overlap them. Nothing. That's like TV.
Wow.
That's like TV. If Magnum PI is on, right, against what? Another fucking show, are they going to go, all right, we're not going to air Magnum because this show's on? No, fuck that. They're going to put it on anyways, right? It's the same thing.
Well, not only that, you'd have to be fucking subscribed to every fucking person there is on fucking YouTube and for vaping, and that fuck that.
So I'm not saying that a lot of people do it on purpose, but it's a variety, you know. Not a lot of people like who's on, so they might like you or somebody else. That's it.
Yep.
So, I don't think there's any intentional disrespect. It's just that's just the way it is.
Just is
Yeah,
the
which
way
I'm
it is.
surprised. I'm surprised Saturday's dead. Like, you'd think that would be like a prime opportunity for a live show, considering like everybody's like off work and shit. I don't know why they don't have anything on Saturdays. Yeah, it's it. It's about the person that's doing the show who cares. The audience doesn't really give a shit. Like, I know if there's multiple shows on, I usually go back and forth. It doesn't matter. Yeah, Thesis, he does his like 11, I think 11 or 12 at midnight, I think. I don't know. ST is the Kato Kalin of vaping. What makes you say that, Train Sonic? I just thought he was the Uncle Phil of vaping, but that's just
Yeah,
me.
right.
Every Inside the Mines is on Saturdays. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. I have no channel, but I'm going live Sunday night at 7:55. Mark better stay off the YouTubes or I'm gonna bitch. I'd like to see one big ass show with every fucking reviewer out there, as many possible, in one big ass melting pot, just to see how that would go.
That would be
I
awesome.
think that would be funny as fuck.
Yeah, it would.
it wouldn't go well.
I know, that's why it'd be funny as shit.
Wouldn't go well at all.
You have to subscribe via fucking pay-per-view. Watch all the rumbles go down.
It's like Matt going on it's like Matt going on Navs. Like, you would think like that just doesn't go together. No, you'd think like maybe Grim Green and Matt going live or something. That would be more of like a thing, but it's just funny. Some of the way, like, and they're already starting to mix people you wouldn't think, which I think is cool. Mixing people together that you wouldn't think would mix together. So I mean, it is kind of cool, but. Damn, Gary, here we go. Here we go. Gary Stern to shit.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. He's stirring that fucking pot. Churning that shit. He ain't stirring, he's churning that motherfucker.
See? Sure, but don't even fucking lie. Don't even fucking lie.
Gary's calling out Fagan. Look out. Here we go.
You may not share them anymore, but you used to share the fuck out of them, so I don't want to hear that shit.
Here we go. Gary just called Fagan out. Look out. What's up, Jay? Jay's in the chat.
Yo, hazers, stand the fuck up.
I'm glad I don't put any nude pictures of me out
Okay.
there. It's a good
And
thing.
Just for the record, I'm not saying before you go fucking jumping the goddamn broom on this, I'm not saying that Fagan shared this with Randall. I'm just giving Fagan shit because
I'm not going to be the one to say that. Everybody else in chat is going to say that. Shit. Oh, made it rights in chat too. Now you just done stirred a pot. Now Fagan's gonna get a video made on him now. Way to go, Gary. Way to fucking go, Gary. Oh boy.
Just for the record, I'm not saying that Fagan is the one that gave Randall Hayes the picture. I'm just fucking with Fagan because Fagan used to fucking have loose lips, and you know loose lips sink ships. So
Are we talking about loose vagina lips or loose mouth lips?
I hope not loose vagina lips, because if those things shit, I don't know. This industry's fucked.
Fagan, nobody cares about your 3 inches, okay?
I thought it was like 2.5, but okay.
I think he lost some weight, so it grew in half an inch.
Oh, okay. So he got rid of that man pouch a little bit.
I guess. But
Polygamy is one of those words. Since we're talking about what?
Since we're talking about sharing information, Fagan, you still got that picture of the Jack Daniels girl? Or the video?
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Jerry!
Yo,
Oh, you know he's got that.
I figured I'd come on just because last night I didn't make it on, and I don't think I came on yesterday morning, so I figured I would just. Actually, I did come on yesterday morning. I apologize.
Hey, Dad.
I did.
Yeah, you were on yesterday morning.
That's when we had that fucking tool. That
Yeah.
yeah. So what's going on, breakfast people? Is this the breakfast chat?
It's the Breakfast Club.
Oh, this is the breakfast club. Who's Brittany?
I
Davi-
am.
That would be Fagan.
You're Brittany, bitch?
Yes.
Okay, Bree's Brittany.
Nice. Nice.
Larry is Justin Timberlake in 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, is that the Mickey Mouse Club? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it was the Mickey Mouse Club. Whatever. Oh, shit.
The morning zoo.
Yeah.
So what you guys up to? Nothing? Just chilling, driving?
Just talking about
shit to
people
Fagan.
posting pictures on fucking Facebook groups of people and shit.
Like what kind of pictures? Like dirty dirties?
Somebody posted a picture of Kimmy on my vape group that they said they received from somebody else. They didn't disclose who it was that gave it to them or anything. But
What kind of picture?
a little provocative. I wouldn't say it was showing like a lot of stuff, but it was a provocative picture that apparently was. He said it was on a live show, somebody else's live show. But if you take the picture that was given to this person that he posted, and then another picture that the person made, you could tell that it didn't come off of a live show. The person basically it was a snapshot that was given to him, and he claimed that he got it off of a live show. And he was claiming last night that it was off of Never Heard of Them show.
But it came from a private Zoom room that only
Yeah.
certain people
Was it a
understand.
nice set of tits, or was it like ones with lots of miles on them?
No, it was a nice picture, but it was the fact of like the person that it was posted about didn't appreciate that type of thing. It was kind of crossing the line, sort of like what happened with Bree in a way.
So
Kind
okay.
of like the same.
Okay.
Same thing, and like Gary said that he said that the guy that did it wasn't a little bit like all the way upstairs, didn't have like it all upstairs there,
It's
or whatever.
that Randall
So
Hayes guy. It's that Randall
Yeah.
Hayes guy, Jay.
Did anybody save the picture? That's all I'm worried about.
oh yeah, there's a few people. There's a few people that probably got the picture. I'm
So
sure.
the question comes in at that point. Can anybody send me a picture of titties?
I'm not doing it. You can ask somebody else to.
Who
I'm not-
else has the picture that will send me a set of flapjack tits?
Here we go.
Like Jay, her titties weren't out there. It was just like a cleavage pic.
Yeah, like kind of like this. Like somebody says something about tits, and they're like, here they are, like grabbing them.
Yeah, no, that's not the same thing. I thought you meant
Yeah.
like parent, like floppy pancake titties.
No.
All in for that shit.
I can confirm that they were firm. At least I can give you that much.
Okay, very good, very good.
Yeah.
So definitely we'll pass the poke test.
Yeah.
Poke, your finger goes in or your finger bounces off. Which kind of?
It would bounce. It would bounce off. It would bounce off.
I have a motto. It's really cool. It goes something like this: If it's real, orange peel. If it's fake, they don't shake. It's kind of a motto. So if they got a big set of fake titties that are just like up in their chin, and when they run, they just kind of just stand there like two grapefruits. But if they're real, they get that cellulite shit. You know what I'm talking about? Where they got kind of looks like an orange peel or like a lemon peel. Those are gross.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping you had a picture of. Was gross.
Oh yeah. Well, if you want that, I'm sure Fagan can provide you with some of those. So.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some pictures of.
I messaged Fagan and Fagan hasn't responded to me yet. I think Fagan blocked me. Well, he can't block me now because he can fucking see me. So,
yeah.
Hey Jay, did you ever hear of low budget vapor?
Low budget vapor?
Yeah.
No.
Those are some flapjacks right there for you.
Them are some flapjack old floppy hangers.
Well, I
right
mean,
there.
it's in the name. It's in the name. Of course, the titties are good. It's in the name. Low budget. She got them. She got those fucking $2 titties.
I'm sure Fagan's got a lot of those pictures. He like idolizes those things.
Floppy tits.
He says, "I do not. I wish I did."
I was trying to get all the names of. I was trying to get all the names of all the people that wanted to do the review on the Jenna. Message Mark, and he didn't respond to me. So I'm taking it. He doesn't want to do it. So just put that on video, Mark, since you ignored me.
There you go. Andy Jones, what's up, dude?
No Jenna for you.
Andy Jones had an interesting couple horse stories last night that he was telling.
Andy Jones is a dirty fucker.
I can tell.
Yeah,
Andy
no,
Jones is a dirty bitch.
the first thing out of his fucking mouth was, "Where's Gary?" And I was like, "Oh God, glad I'm in bed."
I'm good, Andy. I'm good. Oh man.
Hey Andy, I'm here. Where you at?
No response to the Fagan, Jenna? Or no response to the...
Wow.
God damn.
The
what
Fagan
the fuck?
Dripper, Jenna, are you doing?
Oh,
Wow,
Jesus.
dude. Jesus Christ.
Dude, I need more coffee. That's my excuse.
Fucking A, man.
No response about the Fagan RDA. What the fuck? Never mind. I give up.
Yeah, just give up, dude. Let it go.
I give up.
Let it
I'm
go.
letting it go. I'm letting it go.
Move to something else.
Oh, what the fuck?
Andy, if you're naked and you don't get on here right now, you're a puss.
Oh, man.
Let's see them hangers.
Andy said that's super sexy in Jay's voice. Hilarious. He's got work.
Nice,
He said he's
Tommy. I
got
like those. Those are the kind I'm talking about. Is those big, fucking round, plumpy gems.
Harry.
What are you talking about, Fagan? What do you mean? What's the big deal? What are you talking about?
He's asking what the big deal is with the picture that he sent Randall Hayes for him to post.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I see the argument. If there's not any nipples, it's just a set of fucking cleavage, man.
Yeah,
I don't understand what the big deal is.
Well, the big deal is she feels violated because she didn't give permission for it to be posted on social media.
Hold on a second. Where was the picture taken?
Apparently,
a private Zoom room.
Yeah.
A
private Zoom room.
The picture was taken without her knowledge and then posted on social media.
In other words, somebody took a phone, went up to the screen like that, and was, acting like they were just using the phone and then snap type of thing. Yeah.
That sounds to me like what Gary would do. Because when you look at Gary a lot of the time, he's always got his phone. Like when he's just sitting there chilling, he's doing his vape thing. He's always doing this. So I'm like, he's either taking pics to jerk off later, or it's just coincidentally right in front of the camera.
I wonder, Gary. I wonder now. Damn.
I guess that's a tough call because first off, if it's a one-on-one, like if me and you, Chuck, and I don't know why we would, but if we're in the room shooting a kid and we got our dicks out, I mean, I don't know why we do, but in a way, in a kind of a weird, awkward way, I kind of feel like if someone took a picture of that, that's because of us. Like I'm not saying what happened with Kimmy is correct. I'm just saying that we got our dicks out in a Zoom room or where you're saying private chat, then why are you in that predicament to where someone could essentially, this guy looks official as fuck.
I don't know. I would feel privileged though. That would be a privilege for me.
There you go, Jay. That's what I'm doing.
Rocking out with your cocks out.
No, I see you, Gary. I know it ain't you, brother.
Yeah. Which I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day, when all that shit was going down, I do got some pretty gory pictures.
I don't understand why. Okay, so she's pissed off then at Randall for, I guess, posting the picture?
Yeah. Well, because he also posted in my group, and that's one of my rules in my group is don't be disrespectful to women. So.
Yeah. The problem is that's such borderline. That's.
Yeah. Kind of touchy.
Yeah, I could see that.
And depending upon the woman too. I mean,
sure.
All women are different.
Sure.
Yep.
Fagan says not blocked, just not replied yet. By the way.
So what he's saying is, Jay, you're not important enough to him to respond to your message.
That is correct, Larry. I'm getting that. That's okay though.
So,
I just got word that it was said that Kimmy said someone unmuted her camera and turned her camera back on when the picture was taken.
I can tell you this. I can tell you this from the background and who I seen that was in the picture around her. That was in a private room, and that was not in an actual live show.
Show, exactly.
What do you mean? Like it was in like a bedroom type deal?
No, it was her old. She didn't used to have all that set up, and she would be around her house.
Yeah.
The picture was when she was around her house. All she was doing then was Instagram. She wasn't even doing reviews yet.
Okay.
This is back 2 years ago.
2016. Yeah. That's when it.
But my thing is though, I understand the whole disrespectful. I get all that. All I'm saying though is if it's nothing too crazy, then
get all stressed out about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Davina. It's just it is what it is. Like it's whatever. It's.
I mean, fuck. There's pictures of me damn near naked on fucking Instagram. I don't care.
Well, there's nothing you can do about it, especially if you put yourself in front of a camera dressed like that. Then
no. But Davia, you put them out there, correct?
Like 3 of them I did not. 3 of them were private, and then so I was like, fuck it. That's why I was like, you know what? After that, then I'm gonna do it. I stripped down my some booty shorts, knee-high socks, Converse, and a Captain America shield. That was it.
Right.
Good,
See that,
because
but that's
you know
where
what?
I'm going. My argument is you got in front of a camera like that, right? Like if
No, no,
no,
like,
I'm not saying you, Davina. I'm saying
But
I'm saying
yes,
you know you got in
in
front of a
general,
camera,
yeah. It's gonna
so
get
you
out.
put yourself out there already, right? What
Right.
else do you expect? I mean, in the world of the internet today, people are taking pictures of fucking toenail clippings. So I don't. I mean, I don't think it's. I get it that it's that whole invasion of privacy, but you should have never put yourself on camera where you got to sit
Right.
hanging out.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying.
That's
Well,
gross.
and the thing is like you gotta, you know, and you have to turn it. You have the choice to fucking let it bother you, or turn it into something.
That's right. Turn it into something positive.
Be
That's
like,
what I do.
oh,
You give me
fucking
something
right.
negative,
Right.
I'm flipping that right up. Yeah, I got to say.
Right.
That's what I would have
Yep.
responded with. You like those
Well,
jammies.
Right.
That's
Apparently, it's said that he was dared to do it or some shit,
I don't care.
or done for a reaction.
Well, that doesn't take any balls to fucking report.
Let me tell you something. Hold on a second. Someone actually looked me up, like my birth name, right? And got a copy of my birth certificate. Don't know how, but this is what happened, and this was fairly recent. And then they posted it on a major social media platform. I responded, said, "Thank you for letting everybody know where I was born. I appreciate it because I lost my birth certificate. So this is good for me to print out." You know, and then it was taken down. But I didn't look at that like a negative. I'm going to take whatever you're doing and I'm going to make that into thank you. Thank you very much. Yep. It's because of you I am who I am.
Right. Well, I mean, it is what you make it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But is that partly why you feel like you have the need to, like, you have to prove everything you know, as far as like the military goes, like you have to put it out there?
No, I think the problem is, Chuck, and all jokes aside, I think the problem is, you know, anybody that served in the military, Davina served, so she can agree with this, that a lot of people that have never served use that as an argument that I have served. So that's the whole false valor. It's a very real thing. I actually have a video on my other channel where a gentleman came into the store. He had a fucked up situation, but he was missing from his knee down. Right, and I recorded all of this on my phone and on the store camera. Right, so he says, "Oh, I served in Iraq. Can I get a discount? And can I not give my ID?" So he was missing his leg already. So I'm like, okay, well, what unit were you with? And then he's like, he just made up a number. I said, okay, where did you go to basic at? He's like, Paris Island. I said, okay, so you were a Marine. He's like, no, I was Army. I said, Army doesn't go to Paris Island. That's Marines. I said, Army goes to Fort Jackson, South Carolina, Fort Knox, Fort Sill. I just fired them all off. I said, so which one did you go to? He's like, no, I went to Paris Island. I was a special case. I'm like, bro, what was your MOS? I said, what was your MOS? This motherfucker said gardener. Listen to me. What are you gardening? First off, what are you gardening in Iraq? Like what? What are you trying to build? Plant flowers?
He's playing with that fermented sand.
And then he was like, fermented sand. Then he was like, well, you know what? I'm lying. I wasn't, but my brother's active duty. Can I get a discount? You motherfucker. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to get out of the store. 5. So as far as a lot of the proving that I do, I feel because people question my integrity all the time, I have to prove it. I have to. Some people say don't feed into it, and there have been cases where I've just let it go, but it's more often than it's negative bullshit, but I got to flip it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the whole thing. Like what I'm saying with turning your negative into a positive is if you take something like that, make it into a positive. You know, post pictures as a response. Well, here's what I'm working with in a bikini. Can you show me your picture?
Right.
Yeah, it's like a lot of people I see like going around in truck stops. They'll have the hat like Vietnam vet and all that. For all I know, they could just be wearing a fucking hat and just acting like it's so they can get the discount.
It's true. And I can tell you that bothers a lot of veterans. Like it's very sore because whether you had to do paperwork in Iraq, whether you had to endure going through basic training or boot camp if you're a Marine, you know, no matter what it is, you had to earn that title. That's something that was not given to you. So if someone's going to put that on the back of their window that, you know, I served on USS Arizona, you know, there's no way you served on USS Arizona in 1985 because the fucking ship was sunk in Pearl Harbor. So it's impossible that you served on that ship.
Exactly.
You know, it's a shitty deal, man. It's a shitty deal. I don't think she should get it. I think she should use it as
Positive, yeah.
Yeah, as a positive thing.
I just think she had the first initial thing of she felt
Violated.
Yeah. Because we were in a private Zoom room, she was showing off, and somebody took a picture of it. I mean, it's not right, but I feel like that's an anthill, and there's no reason to make a mountain out of it.
Sure, I agree.
Is it wrong? Fuck yeah.
I don't know. I guess you could call. I guess the word that you would call me is a womanizer, because I think that's perfectly fine to show off a good set of, you know, jammies.
Mm-hmm. But where do you draw the line when it comes to women? Like,
Totally
everybody's
nude.
got the line. Like,
Nude? No, that would be the line, is it not? Isn't that the?
no, I mean, as far as like exposing a woman in like social media and stuff like that.
Well, that would be dictated by the person, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying that most women wouldn't be offended by that, you know, because they put themselves out there. But, you know, at the same time, you're saying that it was in a private room, so it shouldn't have been shared. But you could go on even a further skit saying, well, what about all these sex tapes that are out there of celebrities and people? So that, I think that's a whole lot worse than someone.
Oh, yeah. One of them got fucking rich and famous off of one of them.
Oh yeah.
That helped them out. They turned that shit into a big positive.
See, that's what I'm saying. Is now okay. Now take it into a positive and sue the shit out of that motherfucker.
Hey Jay, I know that you just recently showed all of your Army stuff and all of that. Do people still think that you're claiming false valor?
A lot of people. It even goes further than that. People said that the Patreon money that I get is used to fuel the addiction of drugs.
What?
So let's just analyze this for a second, right? Let's analyze this for like 5 minutes. So what's the first sign of meth, right? Teeth, right?
Yeah.
Only teeth are good. So let's do the next drug. Let's say coke, right? I'd be all wired up and shooting all over the place. Now you've met me.
A lot skinnier.
I'm not that super hyped up. I'm just, you know, I'm passionate.
Yeah.
So what's the next one? Let's do Mary, right? I don't do Mary because I'm not sluggish. I'm wide awake. So what's the next one? Opiates? Well, do I look like I'm on opiates? So I mean, it's like, where do you draw the line? Like, what is it? Do you watch the news or watch TV or videos? You'll see that I'm clearly not a sign of any of those. I don't have tracks. Like I don't. There's nothing about me that screams that. But right, that's you know, that's something I have to deal with. But it doesn't bother me. I mean, I think about it, but it's like if everybody knows me, they see who I am on camera. I don't. You know, it's just like I feel that she's getting a little offended because, you know, she was put out there. But in the same, you know, this is I don't know if I want to say this on YouTube. No, it's not in reference to her. I don't know if I want to say this. So if I'm not from New York City, right, and I'm a female, right, and I am walking through the city all alone at 3:00 in the morning, would you not say that person is partially, and this person gets mugged, right, and they take a pocketbook or whatever the case may be, would that person not be partially responsible for walking at 3:00 in the morning down the street? You understand what I'm saying? In an area from?
Yeah.
So and we're just saying mugging, like someone ran up to her, stole the pocketbook, and ran away, right, at 3:00 in the morning. So if you put yourself out there and someone takes a picture of that, you already put yourself in front of a camera, so you kind of.
she put herself in that position.
That predicament. That's right. That's right. That's right.
And on the latter side of this, I'm not going to go into too much detail. There could have been way worse pictures of her.
Absolutely. I don't know that because I wasn't in the room, but absolutely. There could always be something worse.
As somebody who was, there could have been way worse. So, I mean, I understand why she's upset, and I get it, and I don't blame her. But I'm with you. You got to turn that around and make it something good. Because making it.
Bill Hubbard says Ambien.
Yeah, and he's saying depends on the reason. Maybe your elderly mom fell down the street 6 blocks down. Well, at 3 o'clock in the morning, first off question I have is why is your mom awake? Number one, right?
Yeah.
Why is she so old that if she falls down the stairs, she can't get back up, right? And then number 3, why don't you take a car or drive over to there instead of walking?
And doesn't she have one of them little things with the necklace where you hit the button if you fall or some shit?
Help me, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah.
Life alert. You owe me a Coke. You owe me a Coke.
Oh, shit.
Jay, I have a question for you, Jay. What do you think about the color pink salmon?
You know I'm colorblind, right?
Salmon pink, yeah, but you know, would you think that that'd be a color for you to wear?
You know, I could answer that with a very snarky response.
Oh no,
I don't think you would.
But there's a reason why I'm asking you this. Go ahead, but you can answer it. Go ahead.
What? Tell me the reason. What's the purpose of the question?
All right. The purpose of the question is that your boyfriend there trucking. He's going to make you a pair of salmon pink doily assless chaps.
Okay.
So I just wanted to see if you would rock that.
Yeah, I mean, I would wear it. I don't know about a pair of assless chaps, but I would wear a pink shirt.
No, it's made out of doilies. You know the doilies that you put shit on?
Off, no doilies are salmon pink.
Well,
like, that's not
truckers getting it made salmon pink. I'm just trying to make sure that this ain't going to be a waste of money.
It's going to be a waste of money because I don't know when I would wear it. But I would wear it. I just don't know when.
Probably when you're going to town on some townhouse crackers.
Hey, Jay. Bill Hubbard said she got carjacked the day before when her elderly father fell.
Well, then I think the quickest answer I have for that situation entirely is both her elderly father and her mother, since they are decrepit and they can't even walk on their own 2 fucking legs, they should be inside of a home where someone is taking care of them. So the whole problem could have been alleviated if someone had taken responsibility and done something that is respective to their situation that they're in. How's that for an answer?
There you go.
There you go, Bill.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
I'm just saying.
Well played.
It all boils. And I used to tell my daughter all the time because my daughter's very pretty, and I tell her, I said, listen, Aaron, if you go to a party, right, and you're there, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, everybody's drinking. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it. And this is I'm putting this out there as a preface, so nothing happens to. This is on Raven's show right now, right? Or is it on your channel, Chuckin?
It's on Raven's channel.
Okay, so I'm going to say this as a preface on Raven's channel that this is what I'm about ready to say for educational reasons only. If you're at a party and there's a bunch of stuff going down and you're doing drugs or whatever you're doing, right? Now, I'm not saying anybody out there watching this should be doing this, but if you're in that type of predicament that you put yourself in and something happens to you, like God forbid you get raped or something, who's partially to blame for that? You would have to put the blame somewhat on yourself for being in that predicament. Like you're at a party at 4 o'clock in the morning, laced up on something like that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I think that I hate when people are like, oh, I'm playing victim. But you were at the fucking party at 4:30 in the morning. Like, what party goes to like fuck out there? When it's over, it's over. I'm just saying. I can
speak for experience. I can speak for experience. I know what kind of party that is, and that's not the kind of party you should be at.
Right, that's right. That's the first problem. You should have thought about that when you were in your car going to said such party. I mean,
There you go. So, anyways, I got a question about this. You just said this is for educational purposes. So does that work?
yeah, well, I prefaced
Like
it, so
if
you
I
don't have
walk
to say anything after that.
So does that work just like if I walk up to somebody and say, with all due respect, you're
No,
a cocksucker?
that's not quite the same thing.
Does that work?
That's pulling a Ricky
Okay.
Bobby, right? That, as far as legal terms, yes. However, be prepared to have your teeth knocked out of the front of your mouth. Like that's most on a most case scenario. That's not going to fly too well. I'm by no means, I don't want anybody to take what I'm saying and trying to degrade women that were taken advantage of. I'm not saying that it's okay. All I'm saying
No.
is if you put yourself in that position, you know, it's like a guy riding a motorcycle, right? A guy's riding a motorcycle. Anybody here that's ridden on a bike before? He's doing 150 miles per hour between cars. He gets into an accident and dies. Whose fault is that? The person that hit him or his? It's his fault. You shouldn't be going between cars at 200 miles per hour. I mean, he can't then turn around and be like, oh, well, I'm suing all the cars that I rode between because I got injured. That's not the way it works. That's not, you have to take responsibility. Like it's that, you know, we're getting too philosophical right now. We're going to start losing people.
Yeah. Too technical.
Very technical. Let me just break this down Barney level. You should not be there. Like that's it.
Where's the dick joke at?
Talk to Truckin'. He's the one that's always flapping his gums.
Oh boy.
So what's on the agenda today, Jay?
You know, I was thinking what I'm going to do a review on. I want to do. Let me tell you a little bit of a story. So last night, right, done taking a poop, sitting in front of the mirror. I'm like, what am I going to do with myself tonight? Right, like, what are we going to do? What? Because usually I'll put the feet up, I'll just throw on a little bit of YouTube, do a little bit of editing, and I decide that I'm going to take my clippers, right, that I use for my head. Right, like I've got a nice Braun 9 $400 high-end razor, right? Like, of course I have to, everything I do is with high-end. Unless, of course, we're talking about my shirts. Well, they're not, well, okay, let's not get sidetracked. So anyway, I'm looking at the mirror and I'm like, let me see if I'm able to shave my own head. Because I've never been able to do this, right? Like, it's never been something I've ever been able to do. Either I'll start to do it and then I'll have that one line, you know, or like a whole patch of hair that I totally missed. And no matter which way I angle my hands, I can't get it right. So I start these clippers up, right? And I don't know if it's my brand of clippers, but as I'm going, you kind of hear it. Like, you know, when you're cutting lawn, you hear the blade hitting the grass. I hear the hair getting caught in the clippers. I don't know what it is, but something about that sound does not work for me. It makes me feel like someone is pouring sand in my ears. So I start having a panic attack, right? Like automatically, like I'm going to die because I'm going to drown from the sand that's going inside of my ears. And all I'm saying is, Jay, just put on the razor and just walk away. Just put it down and walk away. But then I'm looking at myself and I've got this strip of hair. Like the whole left side of my head has still got hair. It's totally bald. So I'm in a really shitty situation right now. Like I have to either man up and deal with this, or I could just leave it the way that it is. I decided that going the way that it was not a good hairstyle or a good look for me, so I continued to go. Hold on, the story gets better. So the whole time, this is probably happening in like 3 minutes, but it feels like it's going on for hours, right? The whole time I'm doing this, and I'm looking at the mirror and I'm close up, right? And I'm getting in there, I'm trying to look at the hair, see what I can't see the back of my head. Lo and behold, behind the mirror, guess what comes out? A fucking cockroach. Okay, listen, I freaked the fuck out. The anxiety now was through the roof. I couldn't control my breathing. So what do? I back up. I pull the razor off my head and I throw it at the mirror to get rid of the cockroach. Like, just shot the mirror. And the baseline of the story is this. is I can't be mad at the cockroach for being a cockroach, right? I have to be mad at myself because I threw the razor. So now my bathroom has no razors or any kind of mirrors. It's just basically a homeless person's bathroom. That's what I'm working with. Overcutting my fucking hair with a razor. That's what I'm trying to figure out where I can buy the right size mirror to replace whatever I just broke. That's my life story. But on the real, no, I've got to figure out. Usually when I come in, I look at the box, I see what I haven't done a review on yet, and then I just kind of make a decision. But you know, I've done so many. The problem is there's not very many things to choose from. You either have mods, starter kits, drippers, or tanks.
Mm-hmm.
And really, depending on the day, it seems weird, but there's certain days where I'll feel like doing a dripper, certain days where I'll feel like doing a tank. Starter kits, you know, it is what it is.
You never feel like doing starter kit. I feel like doing a pod.
Oh, I can't. Pods are rough for me. I tell companies right off the jump, and they say, "Listen, we got a pod-based system. We want you to do a review on it. It's $1,000." That's just me looking at it. That's not even doing the review. So if they don't send that, I'm not doing it. It's that simple. I had a company from China email me. They're like, "Yeah, we have 3 brand new closed Tom or Top Tom." They're like, "We have 3 brand new pod-based systems." I said, "Listen, you're going to need to send me $5,000, and then we'll talk about doing reviews on them." I'm still waiting on a response.
You're never going to get one. You're never going to get one.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not. I bought the Orion, and the device is great. The pods and the coils suck donkey dick.
Which pods you running? The 0.5s or 0.25s?
I've ran both, and they both suck penis hair.
Here, this is what you got to do. So you got to hook it up to eScribe, right? This is how I made mine fucking dreamy. Hooked it up. I disabled the direct lung because depending on the resistance that it's set up for, when you get the device, 0.25 is going to give you low power or more power. 0.5 is going to give you less. So what I did was I set it up so that it's 15, 24, and then 32 watts with a boost on the third option. And now when I vape it, it's like vaping on. I'll show you. So it's like vaping on more of like a hybrid between a pod and a tank. So if you set it up properly,
horrible. Your battery life's gonna be horrible though.
Oh, battery life is fucking horrible. Half pod, it's out.
Compared to
it's a pod. I mean,
compared to this, battery life on this is trash. I gotta charge this twice a day.
Yeah, but look at this one. That's not a disposable. You know, like that. The Lost Vape one is something of the high end caliber. So. Listen, and it's something I want to bring up that you guys never talk about on your channel is FDA. This whole thing that FDA is doing right now with attacking Juul and all the big players in kind of a shitty, awkward way. I don't think it's validated for it being child, but I think it's validated because a lot of people could be doing different types of systems that are refillable pod-based systems that are much more effective than a regular pod. Now, someone's going to use the argument that I'm too lazy, I want to buy a pod pre-filled. Well, then don't complain about the money that it's costing you to do so, right? And at that point, it's more difficult if we're getting children involved. It's more difficult for children to sit there with a pod and, finger bang the shit to get it to work to fill up the pod. So if anything, closed systems going away would be helpful to the vape community as a whole, as far as hobbyist standpoint is concerned. That's my take on it. I mean, that's...
Here's my take on this. I love that it's a DNA chipset. Love that. But they should have went elsewhere for the pods and the coils. And they shouldn't have went so low. Why would you go with a 0.25 ohm coil on a 950 milliamp hour battery? How the fuck does that make any sense? You see what I'm saying?
So the argument I'm going to have with that is I would not consider this a normal pod-based system. I think a lot of people are treating it as such. You shouldn't be using Saltnik in this. I don't think anybody would disagree. No. I had someone come in there like, I want to put Saltnik in that. No, that's a 0.25. I don't recommend you to use any kind of Saltnik, whether it's 3 milligrams up to 50. Just don't do it. And people have that mindset of it's a pod-based system, so it's okay to use that kind of nick. No, that's not the way that this works.
No.
So I don't think it's
even 12 milligram in this is rough.
Yeah, I use 6. I can't. I just it's way too much nicotine for what it is.
And I know the guy who was with me in MVE, the guy who owns Rogue. He runs 25 milligram salt nick in his, and he loves it. But
You've got to be using it on a mouth to lung, and then very, very low power.
He is.
I mean,
he also runs fucking the Juul like it's going out of style too, though. So, but yeah, I mean, this is just. I just wish it had a bigger battery because I'm going to tell you, I run it on the second.
Well,
I have.
You know what they could do with this, speaking in regards to the bigger battery, they would actually be able to create, based off the screw configuration that they have on the bottom of it and the USB, they could essentially make a USB attachment that would go into it and act as if it was charging the main brick with a little bit of an extra, making it a little bit taller, making it the size of like the Breeze or the Breeze 2, and then you would have that extra battery life. And that would be a very easy thing to make.
Kind of like the old school cases for the iPhones?
Sort of, yeah. Like where it plugs in, now you got that extra charge battery life. So they could do that. So you heard it here, folks. First, if someone comes up with this, I said this shit. I want all rights to that.
Screenshot.
Let me squeeze my titties together for you. Okay. Anyway. Too soon. Yeah, I gotta wait a little bit for that one. Yeah, but if they made some type of attachment and that would solve a lot of problems.
Yep. I agree, and this fucking coil is shot.
You see the iJoy Diamond for the pod system?
Yeah, I did a review on it. The VPC?
Yeah. Vapro. Hello?
Fuck.
I guess not.
Yep. Oh.
I didn't get a notice that you did a review on it.
Yeah, I did a review on it a long time ago.
What do you think of it?
The VPC, I like the attachment, the little red attachment, the thing that you could put any pods you want inside of it. I think that that's a good thing because if there's some people out there that are using that as a regular mod, if they want something on the go where they could just, go to a store and find out if they don't carry one pod, they're going to carry one of the other 7 that it supports. Yeah. So you'll never be at a point where you have to worry about where am I going to get a pod for my device. You could always use a pod on the fly from a different company. So I like that. I like the feature. It's not the first one to do that. The Limitless AIO is the first thing I could think of that did that. But the VPC is very small and the battery life is not optimal.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's bulky, I feel it's a little too bulky to be a pod-based system.
The Limitless came out with, was it the Mach-E?
Yep.
That did that too?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Had the little magnetic attachments on the inside, so you could use the tank that it came with. You could use the 510 adapter that was magnetic that it came with, and you had to buy the I don't know about now, but you had to buy the attachment.
Yeah, you had to buy the attachment. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. But it's just, the funny thing is when you look at the attachment on the Limitless AIO, right, or the Marquee, it's the same exact attachment that iJoy is using.
Yeah.
Same exact one.
I noticed.
I don't know how companies feel about that. Think about how all these big companies feel if everybody was to transition to that. That would piss them off because now no one's buying your devices. They're only buying your pods. But you can't, as an American company, come up with those because, well, all those companies, Blue, Juul, they're all American. So they would attack that company that's making that adapter.
Yeah. What happened to Josh? I got to go paint more in the other store.
Bill, what I did was I have it set for 15, 28, and 32, or 24 and 32 with the boost. So when I put a pod-based system, I don't use the mouth to lung, but even if I did, I'm using the 0.5 in this right now, and I use it with more power like I would a 0.5 on any other device. This is... Yeah, this is
Go ahead.
This is the 0.5 I have in here now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But if you run, and like right now, I'm running it on the original set, the second setting up, which is blue. If I run this 0.25 for consistency, let's say 3 hours on whatever.
Hold on, let me stop you real quick. Before you even do that, I recommend using the 0.5. Don't use a 0.25. The 0.25 is going to destroy your fucking battery. It's going to destroy it. Okay? Because
that's what I have in here right now is 0.5.
Yeah, because you have to realize that using a 0.25 at 25 watts is going to be more voltage than running, a 0.5 at 25 watts. So you're better off using the 0.5 over the 0.25. And they both have the same airflow, so there should be no reason why you can't use one or the other. At 0.5 full power at 32 watts with the boost, oh my God, I want to say I probably get 8 hours out of it, 7-8 hours. But I'm not using this nonstop. You have to keep that in mind.
That's what I'm saying. Like I ride around, and this is what I hit.
Nah, yeah, that's not gonna be optimal. No way.
No, that's what I'm saying. I charge this twice a day to make it through a full day of work. Is what I do.
Now, when you're charging it, so when you charge it, are you letting it do a full discharge, or are you just charging when it starts to die?
I just start charging it when it starts to die. When I start noticing a difference in the hit, I'll plug it in.
Yeah, I can agree with that, Bill. I think that's a pretty accurate. Well, the high power that's set by default for the 0.5 is very, very low. It's like 16 watts or something.
Yeah.
I have it way higher than that because I like low power, but I like a lot of volts. A lot of people always like, oh, Jay, the way you vape is wrong. I'm vaping the same way you are. Just the difference is we get the same vapor production, same flavor. It's just that yours is hotter than mine is, but we're using the same power. It's just that I use a higher resistance. So when I'm rocking the 0.5 on this, I'm using it in red right now. So that's the top tier, which I think I set either 30 or 32 watts.
And I can tell you, I'm not saying it's a shit device because it's a great device for what it is. But they could have went with a bigger battery and different pods. I feel like.
What's wrong with the pods?
I don't get good flavor on them. I get.
What are you running in them?
And one of them I have a gummy flavor. Hold on, let me tell you. I just got a bottle right here.
The problem, the question I would have is, what is the VG? If you're rocking a 70-30, I don't think that would be optimal.
Very gummy. This is a
70-30.
Yeah, 70-30.
Too thick. Yeah. See, I'm running a 50-50 and a 60-40. And that I'm getting massive amounts of flavor, good throat hit because there's a lot of PG in it. I don't think running, 70-30 you could get away with, but the pods are not designed for that kind of thickness of juice. It's not going to wick well. So
80-20 wicks perfect.
What's up, guys?
That we're talking different systems now. You have to keep that in mind. Is we're talking about two totally different coil technologies.
I'm gonna pass Josh host, and I'm gonna jump it on my phone and go to the other store.
I get what you're saying, but for what
I got it. Thanks.
For what the cost is, they should have more options.
Yeah, I see the argument. Maybe it's because I'm anti-pod is what the problem is, because I see the pod-based system destroying the market. It's literally ripping the market apart. That's what it's doing.
I'm anti pre-filled salt mix pod. There's not enough.
Well, let me ask you this, Gary. How long you been vaping on? Because you're about ready to bury your own grave in about 20 seconds. Watch this. How long you been vaping?
How long have I been vaping?
Yeah.
5 years.
Okay. When you first started vaping, were you vaping on pod-based systems?
No, I was not.
Did you quit smoking basing off the systems that you started vaping on 5 years ago?
Yeah, I quit smoking on them.
Okay, so why does that have to change? If that's what worked when you first started, why do you have to use pod-based systems? When people use the argument, hold on, Larry, hold on. If people use the argument that it's easier for people, all of us that are vaping now that have been vaping for the past 2 years, we all quit off of non-pod-based systems. So why does pod-based systems have to be an option? Like,
I think it's an option because it's easier.
right. Well, sometimes easier is not easy. Everybody knows that the easier path is not always the best path to take.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. It'll be less cost efficient. It will be you're very what's the word? You're not so diversified because you can't use any liquid you want. Now you rock and you can't even say that there's not devices out there that look at the Ego AIO that came out. That was small. That was a pod. Well, it wasn't a pod, but you could replace the coil. People have less problems with that than they do with pods. I can't tell you how many pods I've bought as a store that when I get the pods in the store, they're either leaking, they're junk, they don't connect. And it's not like you're just buying a coil, you're buying a full pod that you're requiring to use right now. With a coil, you could still get the hit. It's just going to taste like ass. You know, you have a broken pod, you're out. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
You're out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're done.
Yeah, no, I agree, Fagan. And people use the argument. I've had people use the opposing argument. Well, same argument you're using, but in cigarettes, which makes more sense. Cigarettes are a lot easier to use than pods. Cigarettes, you open the pack, you put it in your mouth, you light it. When you're done, you flick it. That's it. Yep. You don't have to go to a store to look for a pod. You don't have to. You just buy a pack of cigarettes. So using that same argument that pods are easier, I'm going to say that smoking's easier.
Yeah.
Well, it is. I mean, in the general sense, it is easier. I mean,
sure. But that's why I don't like that argument. That's why I don't like that argument is when they say it's easier. Well, it's easier to smoke cigarettes. Right. We're not talking about health. We're not talking about health. We're talking about ease of use.
But that closed pod system or a pod system is easier to use than a tank that you have to take apart and replace coils and all that, because when an Infinix pod goes out, you just throw it away and buy a new one. Fill it up.
All right, let's go a step further. I don't give a shit about this, but let me pose a different argument for you. When you throw that out, I'm sure you know the whole plastic epidemic we're going through right now.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Is in the world, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm not saying that I'm against plastic straws. Like, I'm not that guy. But I'm just saying that is an argument, right? Like, that's an argument of all the plastic we're going to be consumed with it. We're going to be drowning in our own garbage by 2030, whatever. That half the world is going to be consumed with plastic. What are those pods made out of that you're vaping?
Right. You're right.
Plastic.
And I can't tell you how many times I've gone outside my store, gone outside 7-Eleven, and I see the pod sitting on the ground.
Yep.
So don't give me that nonsense, because
that's the new cigarette butt. That's
right, but that's a problem, because the other cigarette butts are more biodegradable. Then what does it take for plastic? 300 years or 30 years?
I think
it's longer than that. I think it's longer.
That's ridiculous. Like, but you'll walk across the street from 7-Eleven or on the ground, you'll see Juul pods all over.
Oh, everywhere.
That's a problem, because if we have a problem recycling plastic bags, which everybody in the world uses, then we're not concerned about the plastic that's all over the fucking ground.
Right.
Dude, you walk outside of any vape shop here in town, and if you wanted to, you could have a pile of empty pods in a matter of minutes.
And where do they go? And where do they go?
Right.
And where do they go? It's just sitting on the fucking ground. And I'm not trying to sit here and play Mr. Go Green. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying that if we're using all those arguments, these are other arguments we have to take into consideration.
Yeah, you're right. Well-rounded argument.
Yeah, that actually came up on my Facebook. I'm actually still following my high school, and the principal went out yesterday after everybody had left, walked through 15 parking spots, and had a pile of Juul pods that big. He posted underneath it, he said, "This school is a tobacco-free school, and starting from here on out, if we catch you vaping or with any vape, and you're under the age of 18, you will be giving a juvenile, basically a writ where you got to go to court for doing tobacco."
Yeah.
Okay, let's play the other side of the house on that one. Would we rather kids again, we go back to the recycling. Would we rather kids vaping or would you rather kids smoking cigarettes? Let's play that side of the house.
I'd rather them be vaping, but
Right.
I mean,
There is no but. There is no but with that, Gary. That's and for the fact that FDA is able to attack us because of they're targeting the children. I get that.
Mhm.
But what about the children that have been smoking when we were all kids? We were all smoking.
Right. Yep.
Like we all smoked young.
Yep. Yep.
It wasn't legal back then, but you didn't
Mm-mm.
FDA shutting down Marlboro. Like
no,
you
I
didn't.
mean, that's the thing. I got caught smoking at 16 in my high school parking lot and got the same notice of appearance, and I had to do 5 days of fucking community service for it. So
Yep.
it's the same argument. It's just with it now being classified as tobacco, these schools are starting to crack down, and all these kids are going to be getting criminal charges, which is only a misdemeanor of
But still.
tobacco.
Yeah, it's just the idea of even anything happening. It's just the, you know, but and I hate to pull this in too, but it's like drinking, right? Like we all went to parties growing up.
Mhm.
You know, and we were out, and I'm not saying it's okay, but that was a part of life lesson. You know, your parents said, don't go do this, but you did it anyway because whatever, we're kids, you know, kids will be kids. But people were drinking, but you didn't see DEA or ATF shutting down alcohol. It's just that's just the way that life worked itself out. I think that because they're given the authority to work on the whole tobacco situation that we're going on right now, it's a door for them to go through that they can travel in it and shut it down. Which I really do not think that the target is what I am. Like juices like this. I think the target is pod-based systems. I really, and obviously stores that are selling to minors, because that shouldn't be a thing. You should be fucking carding.
Right.
Yeah. I agree. But that also goes into saying you can be 17 and not ever have to go in a vape shop to vape. You've got
That's
friends
right.
that are 18.
Mhm.
Just like when I was 18 and I was an alcoholic, legal drinking age in Florida is 21. I never bought my alcohol. Somebody else bought it for me.
Now using that same argument though, Gary, is that same argument with the liquor and being able to access it. You didn't see anybody trying to shut down alcohol companies.
No.
You know, like you didn't see that. That was just, you know, I'm sure they were on the other end looking at it like these fucking kids. You know, what are we gonna do?
Me and Raven had to talk about this yesterday morning. I don't know if anybody's seen it or whoever did. Fuck it, whatever. I think just like with alcohol and tobacco, you should have to have a license to sell vape products.
Mhm.
If you don't have that license, you can't sell vape products.
Well, here in New Jersey, they just passed a thing last year where you have to have a tobacco license to sell.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
whether or not that's enforced is a
places
different
have that.
story.
And then it not only will shrink the market because not all shops can afford to go out and buy licensing. And it probably would help with some of the underage issues with people not carding. What do you think?
It's such a tough.
I mean, you own shops, so this would affect you as well.
I don't think that would matter, because really it boils down to the consumer, not the consumer, the retailer checking for IDs, right?
Yeah.
Like using your argument that your friends are going to use and going to buy them for you. I'm sure that is a very relevant situation. Then the person that's buying it for that kid or whoever the case may be should be held responsible, right? Like there has to be some type of responsibility trade-off.
This is also what I said. I said that since the pod system is the main problem with underage vaping, why not every shop put a maximum limit that you can buy of that device and of the pods a day, to where, look here, if a kid comes in and buys a pack of pods and he can only buy one pack that day, he's not going to fucking give his buddies some fucking pods because he don't want to run the fuck out.
Yeah, but if I've got 5 other buddies, that are all of age, I could have all of them buy pods.
That's true. I mean, that's true. this is true. I mean, that's just a thought that, you know, I mean, I know some shops in Tallahassee have started that to where if you want Juul and you vape Juul, he'll only sell you 1 pack of pods. And if you come back in later on that day and want another pack, there ain't no way you should be able to vape through 4 Juul pods in a day. I'm sorry. There ain't no fucking way.
If they raise the vaping age to 21, it's going to be hard if our kids can get a hold of them.
Well, I'm in a state where it's 21. I'm in a state right now where it's 21. Jersey's 21.
Yeah.
Which obviously destroyed, you know, sales, an assload. And, you know, Bree working here, she knows that any person that walks through that door, whether they look like a minor or not, let me see your ID. And yeah, we get people walking out the door talking shit, but you know those types of people. You know, you got shit to say right now to my face, but as you walk away, you're yelling all these obscenities because of the law. Like, it's not our fault that the law is 21 years old, right? Yeah. That's the law. So, you know, that hurt the sales a lot because there was a lot of 18 and 19-year-olds that were vaping, and I'm sure they're still vaping now. But see, now the problem you have is when you set a precedence and you set a year that kids have to be born, right? Let's use Rhode Island as an 18-year-old mark. Right now, people 18 are able to vape, right? Now, if they pass the law where they make it 21, those people are still vaping. Now, for them to get pods is illegal. So now you're in a worse predicament than what you were in, because now granted, you only have to deal with that for like 2-3 years, but the idea is that now those kids that are going to get those pods are going to get them illegally. Is that
now they're incriminating those kids too? Is
that not just the same as right now kids getting them? It's the same shit. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know, it's
just like when they raised the drinking age and they raised the age on cigarettes. There was so
that's correct, made it right. I don't know how you pull that up, made it right, but that is correct.
What did he pull up?
He said Vape Life was inspected in January of 2018. No violations found by the FDA. That, I don't know how he knew that, but no, he's right. He's right. No, he's right. I don't know how he knows that, but no, we've been inspected. We just had FDA in here last week. We go by the law. As much as I don't agree with it, I'm running a business. I'm not running with friends. Let me give you shit.
Are they coming in like in suits with fucking
No, they're dressed like regular people. They're dressed like regular people, just regular jeans and a shirt on. They show their ID. Didn't you get a picture of it when they were here? Do
they have like rubber gloves and shit too?
No, these people are official. Like they have a paperwork and they just did this recently too. They have an ID that opens like an FBI agent, and then they say, listen, they tell you straight up, listen, we want to take pictures of your whole shop, everything, because people were saying that we were making the juices here. So what did they do? They came in the store. Come check it out. We don't make shit here. So they came in. They took pictures of everything, dude. The shelves, the bathroom, underneath cabinets, in the fucking top shelf of the bathroom, everything. Like,
holy shit!
They took it, but we go by the law. We go, you know, if they end up passing this whole thing with the taxes, we're gonna go by that law. We go by the book, but it's always the nice guys finish last. You got the guys right down the fucking street that are selling to minors, like, and they're still fucking doing it, and it's just so fucked up. Like it's just.
It's kind of like a whole thing of putting a lock on something just to keep an honest person out.
I can tell you this. I know of a
Hold on, let me stop you real quick. I just want to answer the guy before I forget, Gary. It definitely was intrusive, but I knew that let me do the right thing because I have nothing to hide. So let them take the pictures. Why give them a reason to go get a warrant or just do it anyway? You know, they could just say, fuck it, we're going to do it whether you want to or not. So I might as well just let them in. Do whatever you got to do, man. Take pictures, whatever. You know?
I'll tell you this. A shop here in town last month got hit with over $10,000 in fines because an FDA guy sent in an underage kid and he sold him Juul pods.
But that's the fucking store's fault.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. He should be responsible for that. Like that shouldn't be that's on the store.
But
that's not on the companies though. That's on the store.
Yeah. I agree. No, Jewel didn't get fined.
Right? No, I know what you're saying, but Jules being attacked right now.
Yeah. Oh,
Right,
yeah,
but
yeah.
but why not attack? I understand that they are doing the warning letters, they are contacting. That's fine, but if you were doing the right thing, the FDA is not going to come in there and try to shut you down. Someone reported you for doing something. People can report Vape Life all day long. We go by the fucking books. We have FEI numbers. We have ingredient listings. We haven't made a new juice since 2016. We go by the book, man, like literally. And it's very hard for a company to, not a company, but FDA to find something wrong if you're doing everything right. Just do what they ask. It's like when a cop pulls you over. Don't get out of the car and be like, oh, fuck you, I have rights. Don't. That's not going to end well.
That's not the way to do it.
Just do what he's asking you to do, and you won't get shot in the face. Like, just you got it, boss. Hold on a second. Where do you want me? On my knees?
Yeah.
With my face in the grill of my truck? Got it.
Right,
like, just do it. Just fucking do it.
Hey, I've been tased before. I'm good. What? Hey,
Just do what you're asked to do. You know, it's the same thing with the stores.
10 and 2. Hey, just letting you know, my gun is in my console. I'm not moving my hand. What you need me to do? 10 and 2, baby. 10 and 2.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. I'm really wondering how Made It Right pulled that information up about Vape Life because
hey,
it doesn't really matter. It's whatever. I guess it's public domain if he got his hands on it. But yeah, no, I mean we've never been fined. We've never sold to minors. The only thing I don't really agree with by the book is military ID. That's the only problem I really have a problem with.
See, this same shop, that wasn't the first time that they've been warned multiple times by the ATF here in town for selling to underage people, but it finally caught up to them, and I heard it was 10 grand. I don't know if the actual.
So are they still in business now?
Yep.
See, that shouldn't be allowed. They shouldn't be allowed to. So if they got one, all right, fine. You got one. Why does it sound like someone's got a fucking breathing mask on? Someone's got sleep apnea. Was jerking off and got the fucking microphone in their nose. But that shouldn't be. If they were found one time, fine. You make mistakes, right? You're busy. People are walking in. I'm not saying it's okay, but let's give you that one mistake. If you're saying that they've been fined multiple times,
well, they had multiple warnings, and then they were fined.
See
and to make things worse, this guy is now opening up a second location on the other side of town, right next to a high school.
See, I just have a problem with that. I have a big problem with that. I don't think that he should be allowed to do that.
No.
It sounds like fucking Freddy Krueger is in here. And it looks like in Raven's thing, there's a girl in the window with long black hair. Oh, that's a tree. Is that you fucking making all that noise?
It ain't me, motherfucker. You know if I was making a goddamn noise. That's his old.
Don't get so aggressive.
I like to be aggressive, damn it.
Wow.
You hear the Darth Vader?
Yeah, I hear it. Let's see.
Is Raven okay? He fell out and he's breathing really heavy.
But yeah, that's the local news here. I don't know. I don't know what's happening in the background after the fines and all that, but
that company should not be able to open up another location. There should be in a lot of time. Like if you get caught with a DUI, right? Like I don't know, but the first offense is whatever, 6 months of suspension, right?
Yeah.
So why is there not, once you get a warning, right? You have 6 months to where you could do anything, right? Let's even go a step further. Let's give you the first warning. Fine, we're gonna give you a slap on the wrist. Second time, we're giving you a 6-month suspension, so you can't even buy a brand new product in 6 months.
Yep.
You listen to me. That people would be very reluctant to break the law if they knew that it was going to affect their business long term.
Yep.
Yeah, you might be selling to that minor right now, and you might be making $5, $10 or $100, whatever. But you're breaking the law, and if you get caught doing that, don't be upset when they shut you the fuck down. Like, don't.
Yep.
I don't know. I guess I just feel like shit because I'm the guy trying to do everything right with the age verification on the site, with the licenses. I'm trying to do everything right, and then you got that one guy, you know, that's just. I guess it's the same thing like with life. I work out every day, you know. I go to the gym. I'm trying to eat right. I'm doing all these things, and I can't kick the weight, right? And then you got that one guy that's skinny as shit that can eat McDonald's every day and never gains a pound. Stupid fucker.
Yeah.
Like that pisses me off.
You really want to eat McDonald's though?
No, I'm just using that as a reference. Is that, you know, or you
Yeah.
have people that like in my family I have high triglycerides. Like it's a thing. It's not an excuse
Yeah.
to not be able to, you know, destroy it. It's just that's hereditary for me. But then you have people that are, you know, 600-700 pounds, and for lack of better terms, their health is much better than mine. That's not.
Yeah.
But that's, you know, that's life. That's, you know, that's a different story. That's just whatever.
Right.
Where did Raven go?
He's at his shop the other shop that he's getting opened up
Is that
for the
him?
vape shop. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Painting and shit.
I thought he fell out.
No. Just painting.
But the other day on Raven's thing, he said FDA came in there, right?
I don't remember that, but probably that's possible. I think he was talking about some flavor band people that came talk to him about that.
It says that it's
Because he has to go to some
Yeah,
meeting or
that's what it
something
was.
that he has to do
it knows what it makes it
later on.
Oh, it was going to the analyzer. I've tried all of the normal things.
A chip, a shot. It's not connected. The 510's not connected.
Thank you.
I don't know, man. Now I want to make a video on my channel about the whole going green thing because I think it's a very good argument about the plastic all over the ground. I don't think I've ever seen a reviewer talk about that. But I keep doing these things, and less people are likely to watch a video where I talk about, you know, things that aren't the latest and greatest. You know, when I give news about something, people just don't care. You know, it's like talking to a paper towel. I guess it's
Are you still worried about them trees?
Still worried about those trees. I don't even know what trees.
The trees, like Vaping Biker, he was worried about the trees with his packaging.
Trees
for the Basium.
Oh, no, I'm not worried about no. That is not a thing. I don't give a shit about the pine tree. Like, fuck saving the tree, man. I'm just saying as far as the plastic is concerned, because that shit is, dude, there are, I don't want to say thousands, but there's probably 200 plastic jewel pods in front of the 7-Eleven right now on the ground.
Wow, really?
They're all over the place. All over the place. These people, what do they
They're
do?
like-
Throwing it even in the garbage. Why not make a little? This sounds weird, but why not do like some kind of exchange program, right? Like, you know, old school. No, I'm serious. You remember the old school plastic bottles? Like you could sell them to a recycling plant for 5 cents or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Why not when you buy a brand new jewel, I have a little box or whatever, a bucket that they go into, and you get 20 cents off of your jewel pod. So now
There you
that's
go.
forcing them to recycle. Well, not forcing them, but it's an incentive for them to recycle the pod. And
Yeah.
like, why not do that? That wouldn't be a difficult thing to do. I'm going to do that as a business. That's what I'm
There
gonna
you
do.
go.
I'll do my part, but I can't.
Yeah, I mean, because it's only going to become more of an epidemic. I mean, it's already this bad. What's
It's
it
just
going to
gonna
be
get
like
worse.
in fucking 5-10 years?
Yep.
I'm just throwing this out there, but you do know you need trees to breathe, right?
Oh, you can use bushes. We have too many trees for us to breathe. I think it would be doing the world a favor if we had less trees for less people to breathe.
Yeah, I mean, it would hurt.
We're very overpopulated.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Fuck yes.
So cut down the trees. That's what I say. That's a good way for natural selection.
There you go. Yeah, but I think being a moron is more of a natural way of selection.
Yeah, yeah.
That there's a lot of them out there, so. A lot of them are naturally born that way too, so.
And see, I'm about to put on my tinfoil hat, but I feel like they have a cure for cancer, but they don't have population control without cancer.
I saw something on the fucking Facebook of something about like a pill or something you drink to help prevent AIDS or some shit.
Cuba actually found a cure for lung cancer. Truth, they did, and this was a few years back. And I think that I'm not 100% well diverse in this area, so I don't. You could paraphrase what I'm saying, but I know that America had approached them and said, "Listen, you guys found this cure for this. Can you tell us what the cure is so we can have it?" It's literally a cure for lung cancer. I swear to God, that's a real thing in Cuba. Like it's a power for the shot, and then I don't know if you're immune to it or if it kills it when you have it. But it has something where they came up with it and we haven't.
So you don't know if it's a preventive thing?
I think that there's. Go ahead, Chuck, and I'm sorry.
I was saying, so is it a preventive thing or is it a cure? Like,
no,
it's already going to do anything?
I'm pretty sure it's a cure and preventative. Sort of like a tuberculosis shot or something of that nature. But the thing is I know a lot of people use the argument that if people are dying, then businesses are out of business. Doctors don't have things to do. I agree with that. I do. I'm not saying it's okay, but that's just the way that it is. But if you have a cure, there's cure for Hep A, Hep B, not Hep C, but Hep A and B, right? So those are things that are in the medical field that stop people from getting those diseases. I think diseases are a way of natural selection, as shitty as that is. But how do you explain and this is a very touchy subject, but how do you explain the 1-year-old child that has never lived past 1 year old and died of cancer at 1 year old? How do you explain that? That's not natural selection. That's I don't.
It's fucked. It's fucked.
Ugh, that's rough, man. That's rough, and
there is nothing that is more sad to me than a child that is dying of cancer. That child has never had a chance to live life. It's one of the saddest things I've ever.
And it's I've had this discussion with other people, and you go into this argument like if you go to your woman's pregnant, whatever, and the doctor says, listen, if you have this child, the child is going to die within 3 weeks or 6 months. Do you want to keep it? And I don't want to make this, this channel's all edgy anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But the argument I have with that is, I guess I play the other side of the field and say, do you really want to put yourself through the turmoil of letting that child be born and not even get to live?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's a tough call, man. That's a tough call. That's tough.
Sucks, man. I had a good buddy from high school. His son passed away at 4 of leukemia. So, and I can tell you, I can tell you that.
Why? What's the reason? What? I understand. Whatever. It's normal. I get it. But why? Why is that a thing? That's not natural selection. That's why a lot of people have lost faith in humanity is for shit like that. That's bad, man. And then the whole kid, being born, he's born with it. So his whole life, all he's doing is fighting this disease that is a battle that he's going to lose. God, that is sad shit, man.
And and this is my own thinking, and I pray to God that I'm wrong. But I feel like with the scientists and as far as we are with technology and everything, there has to be some kind of cure for cancer. There's no way that somebody hasn't stumbled across a way to do it. And
Well, in a sense, they have. I mean, my mom passed away from cancer and a multitude of other things because of cancer, but look, it's no secret. I'll put it out there. I've never said this on a video, but I'll put this on a video. I've never said this outside of here. So I'll say it right now. I don't care. So my mother passed away from AIDS and cancer, right? Two of the most toxic diseases you could possibly get, right? Yep. Now, why is it that when we talk about AIDS, people automatically, first off, always resort to a joke like, oh, you're going to get AIDS, right? Like, why is that a discussion that people have? Let's just go past that for a second. But you ever notice that if you have a donation bin that's up for charity for breast cancer awareness, people are very open to donating towards that. But if you have something for like an AIDS walk or something, or people automatically think everybody that's doing the walk has AIDS. You know, like my mother was very unfortunate. So in 1985 or 86, she was diagnosed with breast cancer, right? Back then, the technology isn't anywhere where it is today. So when she had to get a mastectomy on her left breast, they removed it, and she lost so much blood that she had to get a blood transfusion. She got a blood transfusion from a place in Pennsylvania back in 87 or 88. Now, the place wanted to settle out of court and give my mom something like $12 million because they gave her essentially HIV. And for anybody out there that doesn't know this, I'm very well diverse in this, and I'm not sitting here saying I have HIV and AIDS, and if you think that, then you need to get some education in regards to it. But the differences between HIV and AIDS is a very simple thing, and that's a T cell count. Basically, as human beings, we have about 10,000 up to 80,000 T cells in our body, and they fight diseases all the time. So I'm going somewhere with this, and I've never put this on video. This is the first time you ever saying this, just because I don't put my mom's information out there. Anyway, it's not the point. The point is that she had cancer and AIDS, two of the most toxic things you could possibly get. Like, if one doesn't kill you, the other one is. And this is going in. So now the medication you're talking about, my mom was on certain cocktails. So she was only allowed to have X amount to fight the AIDS or to fight the cancer. Which one are we going to attack? Because the drugs would conflict with each other. So we have to take one or the other. Basically, look at Magic Johnson, right? That guy's had HIV since the 80s. People live and die off of that, of natural causes, right? The problem is with HIV and AIDS, obviously your immune system goes ways down. But people always make a joke about that. But you don't ever hear someone make a joke about, oh, this motherfucker's got the cancer, right? But they always put AIDS in this light like it's just from a dirty person. But my mother was not a dirty person. She got it from a doctor when she got her breast removed, right? My mom used to make the comment all the time is, no matter how much money you give me, that's not going to give me the years of my life back. That's time that I'll lose forever. But to use the argument that as far as a cure is concerned, there are certain things for AIDS that you could take, AZT, DHP or DHB. They're basically fake T cells that help you fight the disease. So with cancer, you do have chemotherapy, you do have radiation. But the problem my mom was in is that she did chemotherapy, it lowered her down her T cells, which she already doesn't have any. So now the AIDS takes over. So it's a very, very shitty limbo situation. But moral of the story is it got so bad with the cancer is that my mom got a cold, just a regular sniffling cold. And then it developed into pneumonia, and then the cancer actually traveled to her brain. So the cancer went from her breast to her liver, to her stomach, intestines, and then worked her way up on the work. So the night before, she had liver cancer and colon cancer. The next day she woke up, it spread to her brain. That quick, literally in less than 12 hours, she had brain cancer. And that's how she ended up dying. They said, listen, we could give her drugs and make her comfortable. And that's the most we could do, you know?
Yeah, my aunt, and I haven't talked about this in almost 15 years. She died 18 years ago. October 12th to be 18 years ago. She had, my aunt. We're really, really fucking close. I can't remember, late 1999, early 2000, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. So she had a mastectomy. They took her whole left breast.
Okay.
Well, when they did that, she was in the clear for like 6 months. It ended up traveling into her other breast, and they had to take that one. Well, they didn't get all of it out when they did it, and a year later, or 6 months later, she had brain cancer and liver cancer. It was in her whole body. So basically, she died. It was like a year and a half after she was diagnosed the first time.
Yeah, cancer will fuck you up, man. That will. I don't know if there's anything. I don't know if I'm sure there's other diseases out there that kill you much quicker, but cancer, it's like once you and this is all going back to your saying about the drugs and the ways to kill cancer, and they do have radiation, they have chemotherapy, they have all these things that you could do, stem cell that you could use to kill cancer. But the thing is you do cure it, but you put it into remission, meaning that there's always that day where you could wake up and it just
I mean, she was one of the strongest women I ever met in my life, man.
Yeah, but you'll watch cancer take the strongest person.
Yep, and break them
fuck down.
Break them the fuck down.
That's it.
The day she died, we all knew it was coming, and it had been coming for.
Yep, and you prep yourself for that. While they're still alive, you're like, look, she's probably going to be dead in the next year, and people look at that like that's a shitty way to look at it, but you have to prep yourself for that scenario. Like when my mom finally died, it's like, it hurt, but we all were ready for it. Everybody was ready. So
we knew she wasn't in pain anymore. I mean, it fucking sucked, man. That year and a half was fucking brutal.
You have kids? Did she have kids?
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, were they young when she passed?
Wendy she was 2 years older than me. So she was 12.
Wow,
and
young.
Chris was 16,
Both
and
young.
they never knew their parents. They actually moved in with me and my mom the remainder of their teenage years. It was.
Oh shit.
It was serious, man. It fucking, like I said, like whenever she was diagnosed, she made good money. I mean, $150,000 a year. What she did, had a home, had everything. Within a year, she had lost everything, and was living with me and my mom. And so I got to witness, and I was 10 years old, at 8.5, 9 when she first was diagnosed, and I got to live almost the whole 6-7 months of her really deteriorating in the other room next to me. And that, it affected my mom so much. They were best friends from birth, man. In fact, we had to sell the house. We couldn't live there. It was just too many bad memories. That shit. That was the first time I had ever encountered a sickness on that level, man. And for somebody that was so self-independent and so strong, to just see how it could break you, fucking sucked. And you can prepare for that shit for 3 years, and it happened. It's still the hurt that was felt in that household that day. Fucking was brutal.
All right. Well, that's a good way to start my day with reviews. So what's going on, everybody? Going to be doing a review on the breast cancer mount today. This is going to go well for me. My YouTube career is over as we speak. But see, that's why, with the whole thing with my mom is, it wasn't even down to the age. It was just the cancer just ripped through her fucking body, man. And
yeah, that's crazy that it literally took one day for it.
12 hours from well, it was less than 12 hours, like 10 hours from colon cancer to brain cancer that quick, like literally that quick.
And I can't remember how long it took for it to spread to her brain, but at the end, the last 2 months, so fucking doped up that she couldn't even.
When
hold
she
a
was, were you
conversation.
there? Were you there for when she was dying, like right prior to the death?
So we were all of us, all five of us, her two kids, my mom and me, were laying in bed with her. She was actually in really good spirits, kind of half-ass laughing. We were joking around, and we lived out in the boonies, out in the country, and she had a new nurse coming out that didn't know where we lived. So me, Chris, which is her son, and Wendy jumped in his truck and drove down to the end of the road. And before we could get back, she died. My mom said,
well, what I was going to ask you, Gary, is did you, like when my mom was dying, right? It was really weird. Like a few days before, she was very out of it, but she would come to and like start talking to people that were not really there.
Yes.
Like it's such a weird, and there's like 7 phases when you're dying, like a very cognitive, very, very alert, you know, and it was crazy because like she kept on talking to somebody that was not in the room. And then it was just so weird. Like
I didn't actually personally see it, but I remember 2 days beforehand, my mom went in and checked on her before we went to school and she went to work. And whenever she came out of the room, she was crying, and she said that Aunt Carol was talking to Grandpa. Was like she was sitting up in her
like some possessed shit.
Having a full conversation. Yes.
Yeah.
Having a full-fledged conversation with my grandfather who had been dead for 10 years.
Yeah. That's crazy, isn't it? Like that's like ooh.
And that was the time that my mom actually canceled work, called our school, said we're not going to school. It's probably coming, and that's when they called the nurse, and the nurse couldn't make it out that day to come check on her, which for some reason I don't fucking understand that stupid shit now. But what happened was whenever we left to go get the nurse, after she heard the door close, my mom said Carol looked up at her and said, "I love you, and I'll see you soon." And
oh my,
it wasn't maybe a minute, wasn't even a minute and a half, 2 minutes after that, she took her last breath. Way to kill the mood. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Oh. It's okay. Raven's on the floor over there, still having sleep apnea. What's he doing? Pooping? Are you on toilet bowl, Raven?
5 is too high. Pretty much anything over.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, you could have asked.
Oh, sorry. No, I saw the thing.
Anything over 5.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go bang this out now. I'm gonna go do reviews. I was gonna do a live show talking about the whole Go Green, but nope, not today.
Have a go.
You too.
Yeah.
Truck and took off. We were too sad of a panda for him. All right, this is weird. I'm talking to myself. I'm leaving now. I'm tired. This is fucking weird.
What did you say? Truck and left? Is that what you said?
Yeah. And I gotta go.
All right, guys. I guess we're done. And as they say, how do I cancel this how do I cancel this meeting? All right, guys, take it easy. If I can end this. I can't end the meeting. That's nice. I guess go fuck yourselves.